to death.
That's right.
And if she wasn't beaten to death, somebody needs to tell us exactly what happened. And there are 6 people who were there who know the answers, and they need to be present somewhere where they are being asked and demanded of the truth. Particularly the person who we saw, and I want to correct something that has been said, and I am asking every single person from the media to be careful about the narrative. I know that my brother Roland Martin will be careful about this, and I'm asking all of you. There was not a fight. There was no fight that took place in that house. There was an attack against one person. We did not see a fight. In fact, we hear the other individuals on the video asking her whether or not she was willing to fight back for herself as they joked while she was naked. And she tells them clearly, no, she does not want to fight. And they continue to allow her to be beaten, and then her neck and spine was broken as she returned home to her family in a box. That is what happened. It is not complicated. So as my sister, Sunshine Anderson from Charlotte, North Carolina, who couldn't be here but has been a great supporter of this family, would say, when you tell us it's complicated and there's issues, we've heard it all before. And we don't want to hear it anymore. We want to see that there is movement, action, that something happens for Shanquella Robinson. Forget about her being a black woman. She is a woman, and she is a United States citizen. And we know what you can do. We know what you can do. Let me tell you why we know what you can do. Because we've seen you do it before. When Natalie Holloway went missing in Aruba, America stopped. It stood still. Even I stood still. We shared the information. When the White House had press conferences, they were asked questions about her. The media would not let it die. Natalie Holloway was in our homes every day, and she should have been. And so should Shanquella Robinson. And so should Shanquella Robinson. I want to thank my dear sister, Rabbi Bara Elman. Come on over here, Bara Elman. The rabbi has come down to show that this is not just about black women. This is about all women. And that we must all stand together in saying that enough is enough of this country disrespecting our people and disrespecting humanity. The question that I have for President Biden, for Merrick Garland, the head of Department of Justice, the question that I have for the head of the United States State Department, what would you do if it was your child? What would you want to see happen in this country if it was your child who was beaten to death on camera without clothes? Imagine that her family had to watch a video of their baby, their sister, being beat to death with no clothes on and no support. What would you want President Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris, what would you want as a black woman if you saw your sister being beaten like that? How would you move? What calls would you make? What would you expect in terms of the answers that this family has not been provided? They have been told that there's no information that can be given to them. No deal. But that they will get a call back. No family wants to hear that. They should be invited on a regular basis to conversations where it is clear what this country is doing. Now, some will say, I'm sure, when they start with their narratives, they are going, I see it's raining, we're going to be quick. They will say that they're doing a lot. But the problem is that this country does not have a good reputation of protecting black women. And so therefore, we cannot take your word for it. We want to see it with our eyes and hear it with our ears. We want the same attention that other white women have received. And in fact, we are calling it the white women missing treatment. We want to see that put in action for Shanquella Robinson. Move expeditiously. Use your resources and be intentional about justice for this young sister. Because as you know, we will not go away. We didn't leave Breonna Taylor's family, and we will not leave Shanquella Robinson's family.
That part.
Amen. Amen. Thank you, Tamika.
What's up, everybody?
Thank you. And we know it's starting the way, so we're going to move Extradition. So get an umbrella over Mom and Sister Ed. And we're going to have quickly Mario.
Morning, everybody. Morning.
Present from Charlotte, North Carolina, been fighting on the front line. Black Millions Youth March of Charlotte and Salisbury. Mario Black.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Mario Black, founder of Million Youth March of Charlotte and Salisbury, an organization birthed in Charlotte to stand with families during their times. I made a vow in December when we had the official rally at Little Rock AME Zion Church. Pastor Dwayne Walker and Lady Walker opened their doors for us to have the rally. I made a vow to this family that day that I would stand with them that day until moving forward. December, we had the rally. January, we celebrated her birthday, 26th birthday. 2 weeks ago, we mailed letters to Washington, D.C. We mailed letters to Mexico, 1,000 pink envelopes to Washington and to Mexico, demanding justice for Shanquella Robinson. We want justice. President Obama, Vice President Kamala Harris, let's make it happen. This is what this family needs. This is what this family wants. And when I was reached out to 2 days ago about being here today, I said, absolutely. So I thank you, Tamika, my sister, Tamika Mallory. We're getting to know each other, love her to death, love her mission. To my brother, Ben Crump, thank you for everything that you do. No justice, no peace. Arrest the Cabo 6. Say what? No justice, no peace. Arrest the Cabo 6. No justice, no peace. Arrest the Cabo 6.
Thank you so much, Mario Black, for your great leadership.
Yes, sir.
And now we're going to hear from Miss Robinson,
Time,
mother of Shanquella Robinson. And then, as we found my attorney Robinson, attorney Paige White, Monique Prince, everybody on our legal team, we're going to go and present the evidence to the Department of Justice.
Yes.
And we're going to demand justice for Shanquella Robinson.
That's right.
It's that simple. Right. And so please give your attention to the mother of Shanquella Robinson as she bears her soul to you.
My name is Salamandra Robinson. I am the mother of Shanquella Robinson. I am here in Washington, D.C. today asking for answers about what happened for my daughter. I don't wish the terrible nightmare on anyone.
Take your
My
time.
daughter was brutally beaten on a video. She was undressed and there was many people that could have helped her.
Preach.
They laughed and joked instead. Shanquella came back from a vacation dead with a broken neck and a spine.
That's right.
I can hardly talk about it. Since November 16th, no one has been arrested. The people who knew what happened to my daughter are living their lives. They have returned to work, and my family is left to wait and to beg for answers. I am here as an American citizen to ask our president and everyone with the power to get justice for my daughter to help me. Please help me and my family.
Yes, ma'am.
And we will help you, Miss Robinson. Justice for Shanquella Robinson.
Justice for Shanquella Robinson.
Justice for Shanquella Robinson.
Justice for Shanquella Robinson.
Thank you. And now we're going to hear from her sister, Quilla Long, the sister of Shanquella Robinson.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Death of my beautiful sister has been the hardest thing that I've ever had to deal with in my life. I have dealt with death of a loved one in my family, but my sister's death is a different type of love. My mind has not been at ease. I have not been able to rest since October the 29th of 2022.
It's okay.
I got the call of her death. I also was told lies about her death, and
it's okay.
I witnessed, among others of the world, a video of her death. This journey has been frustrating. The feeling of disheartening to our government. I feel like our government has failed us. Now we got to take extra steps and measurements as far as rallies, as far as press conferences, mailing letters that I feel like we should not have to do. It's been 5 months and something should have been done. My sister was the sweetest person, lovable, business driven, and respectful. She didn't associate herself with drama. Okay, so I feel like whatever happened or the situation that took place at that villa, she was trying to leave and they wasn't trying to let her go.
Okay, here we go. She was trying to, okay, that's what we was trying to figure, that she was trying to. She felt that she was trying to leave what we said yesterday.
Try to stand together
and let her go.
Try to protect her as much as we can and fight for her. Because she's no longer here. She needed help then and she needs help now.
We got it.
Justice, no peace. Arrest Chicago 6.
No justice,
no peace.
If anybody lose focus of why we standing out here in the rain, and they said it may not be the most ideal time to stand
That's all right.
and do the press conference, I just think this rain or the tears of this mother and this family from day one when we saw the videos.
That's right. Yes, they did.
But now, Attorney Robinson and us are going to tell them we got autopsy, we got witness statements, we got the Mexican government said they have already made the decision who killed her. And the only question is the President Biden and the State Department going to do anything about it.
No, they're going to do something.
That's simple. And we won't sleep until they do something about it.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to have John Barnett make some brief remarks. Then we're going to take a few of your questions. John Barnett, National Civil Rights Activist John Burnett from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Come on with it, John.
Came all the way to be here.
What's up, Tina?
Thank you, Attorney Crump, for being a strong male voice in our community. Thank you, Sister Tamika, being a strong female voice in our community. It was 1961. Malcolm X was speaking to an audience. And he said this, and this is the epitome of my sister Shanquella Robinson.
Come on.
He said, the black woman is the most admired woman in the world, but yet the most disrespected. So I wonder if Shanquella Robinson's name. I wonder if her name was Britney Spears. I wonder if her name was Barbara Streisand, Madonna, Jennifer Aniston. Can I keep going?
Yeah.
I wonder if she had those names, would we have justice by now? Now, an old wise man told me, Reverend Sharpton was something. He said, James Brown told me you got to be loud and dramatic. So we sent some pink envelopes. To Mexico. We sent some pink envelopes to Joe Biden's office. I know he's seen those pink envelopes. I know he's seen them. It's hard to fight that color pink. So I'm asking him to do one thing. President of the United States. All of those individuals around you, including our sister Kamala Harris. I would ask that you step up as well, my sister, and give us some justice for Shanquella Robinson. We drove here from Charlotte, and we'll drive again tomorrow. That's right. We're coming back next week. That's right. Because I do know that the Montgomery bus boycott was not just 3 days, y'all. It wasn't just 3 months. It was a whole year. So what happens is when you bring all this energy together, this energy of the strong man beside me and this sister behind me and all of these brothers and activists that came in today, this energy is going to come together. We're going to start boiling. And we're going to keep getting on your nerves until you give us justice. In the church, say amen. Amen. In the church, say amen. Amen. So I'm going to close it out. Final word. I'm going to say this. I want y'all to repeat after me. If we don't stop, we will win.
We will win.
If we don't stop,
we will win.
If we don't stop, we will win.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Brother Burnett. Thank you for your leadership and staying on this journey for how many days? 125 days.
That's right.
And we still haven't gotten justice. So we're going to take some of your questions, but I think Tamika said it best. Same thing we did for Natalie Holloway, Gabby Patina, every other white woman who went missing, where we stopped everything in America and we gave them the dignity and respect they deserve, well, we're going to stop America to get justice for Shanquella Robinson.
That's correct.
And with that, we'll take some of your questions if you have any.
Just like, of course, you look at Ms. Bland when she was killed in Texas, when she died in Texas. Have y'all worked to mobilize sororities, links, other Black female organizations to also put pressure on the State Department and the White House to bring all that pressure to bear as well? Those, 500 to 800 to 1 million Black women?
I'll say this and then I'll have Tamika Mallory speak to it. Roland, it's not lost on us and hopefully on anybody else that we're standing in front of the National Council of Negro Women, the oldest organization of Black women civil rights leaders. And so Tamika Mallory, who is a great woman leader of this day, will speak to that issue, but we understand that question completely.
Yeah, so we, up until this point, this family has been very respectful of the federal government. Up until this point, the family, and still at this point, the family has been very respectful of the federal government. They were told that something was going to be done. And so for the last several months, they have waited, believing that there was no way with the video that this would be stalled. At this point, after Attorney Sue Ann Robinson returned with the documents and the information and the research that she did there in Mexico, we can clearly state and begin to organize people around the idea that this is not a Mexico problem. This is now a United States problem.
That's right.
So yes, we will begin that process.
Okay.
Today begins,
Let's go.
Is the beginning of a campaign that should include all of our organizations, whether they be from the women to the men to whomever it is, and not just Black folks, but everybody in this country standing for Shanquella Robinson.
And then Attorney Robinson.
Look at Myson out of New York back there. Myson.
Well, to answer your question, Roland, I'm standing next to an AKA, and I'm a very proud Delta. So we're very much in the building, and we'll take help everywhere we can get it, because pressure is what is going to cause this case to be moved forward. So we welcome all the Divine Nine and every organization that will assist us in this matter.
And I think what Mr. Martin is saying, maybe we should be formal about it. We are going to write letters to the leadership of not just Black women organizations, but all Black organizations and all people of good moral character. So thank you, Roland Martin. Any other questions?
Have you had conversations with the State Department yet?
The conversations with the State Department, specifically the International Affairs, was that they have no information. They will not give information. That we could contact the American Citizenship Department, but they also will not have any information. So we haven't been met with any assistance on this side. That's why we're here.
Are you having meetings this week with the Justice Department?
I've already put in a call, and I've already it's started now.
It's about to go
One
down.
One of the things that my partner,
it's about to go down. Yeah.
Our queen Tamika Mallory, put a little pressure on, and it's fine. The same attention we go out and get when Black men are unjustly killed, whether it's Tyree Nichols or George Floyd. Crump, you need to make sure we're doing the same thing for Black women. And so whatever influence we got with the White House, they ain't gonna let me not use it for Shanquella Robinson. And so we're gonna be talking about Tyree and the George Floyd bill, but we're gonna be talking about Shanquella Robinson too. And that we plan on going to meet with them and give them the information. We're going to get that to them today. To the Justice Department today. The State Department will get the information today. We don't want to give them any excuse why not to do one or two things. And I'm sure Until Freedom are going to help us with a petition on this. One or two things we're asking for. Either extradite the killer and those who aided and abetted back to Mexico, or take jurisdiction of the matter. They got the power to do it. So they just got to act.
And Ms. Robinson wrote a letter earlier this week, and the letter has been sent to the President of the United States, the Vice President, the State Department,
Who else is on the letter? And Department of Justice. Right.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, and I get it. There's a lot of things from the world, and I know they're busy, but they can appoint somebody in the State Department to deal with this matter. They certainly did it with Natalie Holloway. Okay.
They did it with Natalie Holloway. This is a good press conference. Yeah,
well, their case has been submitted, and that was confirmed on the trip. That was the week of February 13th when I was.
That they submitted it to the U.S. State Department.
Have you seen the arrest warrant?
No, I have not seen the arrest warrant, but I have seen all of the investigative documents.
Oh, okay.
Any other questions before we go? We'll take.
It's been 4 months already, and you mentioned like getting the president involved, getting Vice President Kamala Harris involved. What is the time?
Family is hard, boy.
Like a week, a
Yeah,
month?
Justice delayed is justice denied. It's been 125 days. If you got evidence on video of a crime,
preach.
You know, y'all gonna make me go back a little bit to my mantra when it was 5 black police officers who killed Tyree Nichols. 20 days.
Yep, AR, it's time for
terminated, arrested, and charged. Because you have video of a crime that you can see. It should be no different when it's anybody who commit a crime on video.
Preach.
You go arrest them. You charge them based on the evidence you see on video. You ain't got to speculate. You ain't got to wonder. I mean, she beat her literally to death. Literally. Literally. And so what more evidence do we have to give you, America? State Department, what more evidence do we have to give you? Justice for Shanquella Robinson now. Now, okay. Yes. Yes.
Is the family going after any other parties?
We want to make sure all of the individuals who had anything to do with the murder of Shanquella Robinson be held accountable.
That's correct.
And we'll keep you all updated. Press@network.com. We will keep you updated. The name.
What's up, Precious, man?
That's Nate Jackson.
Deja Jackson, what they want to know about?
I got it.
Okay, what we got? What we got?
Can you share the names of the other 5?
They're available online.
Yeah, if you reach out to press@bencorp.com, we'll try to
They
get
said their name. Say their name.
All 6 names are very.
It's on now, Cola.
Okay.
This what I'm talking about. She said, coming for Cabo 6 going down.
Pictures and everything.
Justice for Aquila.
Okay. It's Deja Nate Jackson.
Listen, call him out.
E as in David, EJHANE.
Going to jail,
Jackson. Common spelling. And you see her on video. What Tamika said and what Sue Ann Robinson, you see the video. You have audio.
Right.
I mean, you hear her say she won't fight back.
I just want to make clear that obviously the criminal justice systems are different between Mexico and the United States. So the person who's been identified by the Mexican authorities and has been identified in the video is Dejanay Jackson.
Okay.
So it'll remain to be seen when she's brought to justice how that will occur. The other individuals, the travel mates of Shanquella Robinson are Winter Donovan, Nazir Wiggins, Elise Hyatt,
Nazir
Dyer, and Lucille Cook. Those are the people who traveled with her to Mexico.
Y'all going to jail.
Justice for Shanquella Robinson.
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 Thank you, Sabina. Thank you, everybody. We'll keep you all updated.
Excuse me. You just don't understand. I'm retired military. I've never in my life seen no crap like this.
Well, thank you,
but
sister.
I'm also here because I'm a sister and I'm alive.
Amen.
Michael Jordan has been on my list. I have also been suffering because of what he has done. You want to give black women a chance?
Yeah.
I'm here. Michael Jordan, give me my money now.
Oh, she snapped. She said, Michael Jordan, give her money. I don't know who that is, y'all. There it is, fam. There it is. There it is, fam. Justice for Quilla. We was live. The Lion Den, as you see. What do y'all feel? What do you think? I'm gonna drop this link. Now, do we stop and get on the family? The family, it is the family do that. Do we stop or do we get it rolling now? And I just did a video this morning, y'all, where I was taking Khalil Cook balls. I was taking it. How do y'all feel, Lion Den? After saying that right there, I feel good. I feel good. I feel good. Did you hear the way Ben Crump was saying, yo, you know what I'm saying? The people that was harboring them and all that. I've been saying the same thing. We all been saying it. It's a video. This girl clearly being assaulted. Clearly being assaulted. All right. Now, here's the thing real quick, too. Here's the thing. All right. You know, I've been saying Mexico. Okay. They clarified it. Okay. Mexico, I hear from our peoples that they got it done. So I know y'all been hearing me saying Mexico this. Hey, okay, we got it now. I heard from our peoples standing up there, bending them, saying, okay, it's not Mexico now. Mexico gave them the paperwork, the investigation, or whatever. Here we go. United States, Joe Biden, let's get ready to roll. Cabo 6, no pieces. I mean, what's that? No justice, no peace. Hey, it's on. Every day we got to get out here and put pressure on Cabo 6. Listen, y'all, you know what felt good? Ben Crump said their name. They said their names. Wendell Donovan, Nazir. What Nazir's name was the second one. What do we don't know? His name was like the second one when you go back and listen to that came out of their mouth. Nazir, you going to jail. Malik, you going to jail. DJ Designate, I think you going to jail. Hey, y'all, somebody going to jail. Guess what? What's crazy? Guess what? Quilla rolled back in a box. We said that here. That Quilla rolled back in a box, y'all. These people rolled back up in the seats. They said the same thing. Wow, we're on the same page. Won't he do it? Won't he do it, y'all? When you listen to that, man, they sound, yes, Quilla came back in a box. Guess what? Khalil, 4 months. This guy been chilling for the last 4 months out here. He been chilling for the last damn 4 months. Now it's time for them. Hey, wake up, y'all. They're gonna see this. All right, I dropped the link. I'm gonna be in here for maybe a good 30 minutes, maybe an hour. How y'all feel? How do you feel after seeing this press conference? It got me pumped. To hear Ben Crump saying the simple stuff we've been saying on the big stage, saying, look, bro, there's a video. Okay, the sister said it went to the department, the Justice Department or whatever, and what they said was like they don't have no record or no file of it. Okay, Ben Crump said he's gonna take the proof, the witnesses, the evidence. You mean to tell me they got witnesses? Oh, here we go. Hey, it's gonna be on like a pot of neck bones. What's going on, Nick? Ben Crump said he got the evidence. He going today, not tomorrow. Sis, he said he's gonna turn the evidence into them. How do you feel and what you think about what you heard so far? Turn them balls in.
I didn't get to hear the whole thing, but the pieces I saw was, oh, that's what I've been waiting on. You know, I like how he made that. You know, I didn't even think about, you know, the fact that with the young man that just died by the police hands.
Tyree.
Yeah, Tyree. I didn't even make that comparison of how swift they moved, you know, in comparison to Shanquella. You know, there's video with her, and with Tyree, there's video with him, and it doesn't show him actually dying in that video, but it's enough on that video to let you know that they're the reason he died, you know. And I feel like it's the same with Shanquella, and I didn't make that comparison until, you know, Ben said that up there, and I'm like, you know, that's right. That duh, that's right.
Hey, real quick, Queen, we got to. Jesus girl said, can you please say Platt's going to jail? They going to jail. I feel it and smell it. And see, I had to interrupt you for that because we in here. Jesus girl, Platt's. I said it again in a minute for you, though. Go ahead. Oh, this is good.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely watch the repeat because I didn't get to hear the whole press conference, but like I said, when I did come in on it, I loved what I heard.
I was like, it got me riled up.
I've been, it's been a long time coming. This has been going on too long. Like he said, it took 20 minutes, to do something about those cops. And here it is, what, 4 months later, 4 or 5 months later, and there's, it's just pretty much trying to be swept under the rug, and they're not having it. And I'm glad to see, I'm glad to see them coming out for her.
So America is dragging their feet now, huh? So America is dragging their feet. All right, real quick. I got the press conference here. Let me pause it real quick because I don't want us to miss that. We're gonna go back over that real quick. Chosen one. Hopefully I'm saying that right. How you feel about what you just saw? Welcome to the Lion Den.
Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome. I do like what I just saw, because I saw your video when you went live at the Charlotte rally.
Okay.
So it's starting to make me think like you really care about Shanquella, because a lot of these people, they not posting about Shanquella no more. Now that the station is gone, there's no more tea, there's no more hot topic, no more drama. It seems like they're not posting no more. So I don't like that, because that means your heart wasn't really in it. Why would you abandon the case just because Mexico dropped some charges? That means we have to ramp up. Like, the only one I'm seeing really keeping an eye on, and this that you're breaking right here, I haven't said this on any channel, talking about Ben Crump. They said, where's the lawyer? They said the family's raising money. Where's the lawyer? Now we got the lawyer. What would they say?
Right.
Because it was something.
Because we gotta take the good stuff somewhere, Queen.
Yeah, I was disrespectful. Some of the stuff I was seeing, what are they doing with the money? What is the family is not grieving, this and that? Like, wow. You don't see it? We got Ben Crump, one of the top attorneys.
Yeah. Oh man. So, and you say you love what you just saw, right? You like that what you just heard?
I mean, I want Ben to really do something. Don't get me wrong now.
Okay.
We still got the eye on him, because it's a good speech. I'm motivated, but we do want to see that action, because this is not the first time Ben has been on a case. So we want to make sure everything is going to be done to get some type of justice. But I like how the family went straight to the top. Like, they're not playing no games. They didn't get some old sideline lawyer. That way people can say, well, you got the cheapest lawyer. No, they went straight to the top. If anybody can make noise, I feel at a federal level, it's going to be Ben Crump, because a small lawyer, we need somebody who got some type of status.
True.
Get the case blown up a little bit bigger, because I feel like this is now international. This is a big problem. If it was as simple as they committed the crime here, I feel like they would already be taken. But because it's all international, I feel like that's where we're having an issue. It's like, it's probably deeper than what we think. We probably making it simple, but behind the scenes, it's probably like Mexico probably thinking, let me make the right moves, because we don't have the whole autopsy. The autopsy was missing like the blood levels. It was missing some things. So it's kind of like they probably thinking, dang, this somebody about to go to jail for real. Like, they don't even want to go.
I was like, Ben was like, I'm trying to figure out who harboring them, and then we can get their ass back over there. I'm like, this is what I'm talking about.
And I noticed with Ben, because I follow him. He always does that. He makes sure he goes by the evidence, because you have to look at the reality of the evidence. If this was in America, that's enough evidence to bring this to trial. That's enough for them to have to prove they are innocent, not the other way around. Like, you need to prove you're innocent at this point. You're on camera. I don't know if you saw the second video, but a lot of people didn't post it. But there is definitely a second video. I've seen it on several channels. I wish I could go back, and I might have to just email it to you, because what it is, it's so violent that a lot of people, the way they clipping it in, it's hard to catch it. They're not just highlighting it, because it is way worse than the first video. I promise you, there's a second video. I don't know who the person is. She's different than Dejanay. and she is beating Shanquella way worse.
Wow.
I'm telling you, I saw it and I was like, whoa, so there really was a second video the whole time. And
Wow.
they attacked her like, if you could say beat someone to a pulp, like something was going on with Shanquella because she was definitely not able to defend herself. But that second video will show you how strong the punches really were. The first video don't hit how it's supposed to hit. I think because it's a little far. But the second video, the angle is like a POV type of look. It's right there.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, she's getting attacked. I mean, to be some overdose on alcohol, that's not good enough when there's two videos.
Yeah.
You know, you should really look into that because I think a lot of people have more evidence than what we have. So this is way more serious than what we're thinking it is. Because you think they will make all of this drama over something as normal as drinking. They would know their own family member. They would know if she's the type to have a history of drinking and getting into trouble. There's no history of that. There's literally two videos of Shanquella getting attacked.
Hey sis, let me ask you. Let me say this, okay? Do you remember when the sister said that Quilla was leaving? And I did a live last night where we came up was like Quilla probably was like, you know what? I don't know if she probably was changing clothes. That's why she was new, but we thinking she was leaving. And to me, I think it's wow to hear a sister say Quilla was like probably leaving. I'm gonna play it again. And they ran in there and knew it. Something happened. What? Oh God, excuse me.
Yeah, I know that. I know what you're talking about. And I feel like that's a big part of this case. We don't need to go around in circles. Why is Shanquella naked? Why is she naked? That makes no sense, you guys. If you're getting into a fight, I can get into a fight with my clothes on. Why is she naked? Because that's a brutal attack. Like you already broke down the sunrise and all that. So we know that this was in the morning, no matter what kind of funny numbers they try to make up. We saw the sunlight. We saw the sun rising. Like, why is she naked like this getting into a fight? You know, that's the thing that makes me feel like there's something fishy going on. Plus, I feel like these people who were there, where are they? Because if it's all love, if it's your best friend, you haven't given no statements. I mean, what are you running from? Because you were definitely there on the video. There's two videos for sure. You were definitely there. You didn't stop it. You were just recording. I mean, it's giving a wrong type of energy. Like, I really wouldn't care at this point what could have happened. I feel like just based off of that, that's enough for some type of charge. If you take the alcohol out, let's say you take that out, and maybe, I'm not saying this happened, but the ultimate reason what made her ultimately go with the alcohol, I don't believe that, but let's say we still have an assault here, a very brutal assault. We still have people who enabled it, did nothing. So I feel like there's still a charge. What is there to really question at this point? Let's just go for the lesser charge if we're debating about the blood alcohol level. Let's just still get them locked up. Why are we debating? Like, she don't have to die from an assault. They need to go to jail. What you mean? But we all know in America that would be enough to go for the full-blown charges. We know.
I mean, that right there, that assault by itself would open up the Pandora box. And so now, like I said, because I've been making videos, and I appreciate you noticing that, because I would have been on Quilla a little harder, but I had to stop for a health reason. But yes, I'd have been on it even harder though. Damn, and I just lost thought what I was going to say, but damn it. But yeah, I'm glad, and I'm gonna sit and watch, like you say. But then Crump saying he finna take the paperwork. He said he got the evidence. He said he got witnesses. What witnesses? That it make me feel even better, because what witnesses do they got, sis? I mean, listen to him like, we got the evidence. We got the witnesses. What? You don't tell me that's Irgan told it or something.
Yo, that made me think. You're right. That made me think. Like, think about this. Those people were recording, but think about it in like real life. We are humans. So
Mm-hmm.
we may see them recording, but we don't
Mm-hmm.
see if they
Yeah.
went behind the scenes and really ratted them other people out. They could have just been
Mm-hmm.
recording, not thinking it's that serious, but then in a panic, be kind of scared and just be like, I'm gonna keep recording
Mm-hmm.
because I'm not strong enough maybe to break this up. Maybe I'm
Witnesses.
scared, but I'm gonna still get the evidence. Like it may not be all what you think, because sometimes, like if you were to take your show and slow
Mm-hmm.
down some of the stills, it's gonna look like something it's not, just because of the technology. We don't
Mm-hmm.
know really what was the emotion, because if they have witnesses, it's gonna be one of them people. It wasn't nobody else in the room. So I feel like something was said. I don't feel like all of them just ran. I feel like, first of all, they're not gonna want to go to jail, so they're gonna want to point the finger somewhere. And I feel like somebody behind the scenes know more truth than
Mm-hmm.
what we know. I don't
Let
think
me
they're just on the run, you know.
let me ask you something real quick, because we got the chat over here lit with this alleged second video, and you say you actually seen a second video, because I ain't seen a second video. I know the brother Gerald came out, because our team was kind of watching him do the fact he broke it with the family, and you know he came back and said it wasn't a second video. So I mean, I'm saying I don't know, and I see the chat over here lit up. You know, if you saw a second video, sis,
Yes.
can you elaborate on it? Like when, like in the beginning when it's happened, you saw it? Like way.
No. So you know what? I knew I should have I'm gonna go back and get it because I feel like it's a safe video. It should still be there. YouTube probably ain't got to it, but I knew I should have screen recorded it because let me tell you what made me go look. Because
Okay.
I kept hearing about the second video myself, and I'm like, I ain't seen no second video. But people were adamant they saw one. So what I did, because this is my strategy always when I research, I go to the YouTube and I was typing in Shanquella second video. And then I go to the filters and make it show me by the date, because I want to see what's most recent. So when I did that, I literally sat there and I just started clicking on videos. And I thought it was strange that nobody had this video, but there was a lot of people talking about it. Now, this one, I saw it on more than one channel, but this one woman, she has a channel. What she did was put a bunch of clips together doing like a breakdown on Shanquella, and in the middle of the video, she started showing the second clip. I promise you, like it was the same room. Like, let me tell you how I know it's the second clip, because you can still see Dejanay over there towards the left. She's standing there, and on the right side, like kind of like if you were standing at the foot of the bed.
Yeah.
I don't know this character because I can't tell who's who. You know, like all the stuff we get is kind of grainy. I don't know who this was, but it's one of them. One of them. She was kind of like, it wasn't Dejanay. It wasn't a man. It was a woman. And over to the right side of the bed, okay, Shanquella was still sitting. She was still slumped over, but this person was beating her. Like this clip that I seen was like a POV view. Like whoever was recording, they weren't far away like before. They could have helped. They was right there. They were so close up on it, like you couldn't even see the whole scene. You saw Dejanay on the left just standing there looking, and then you saw the girl just, I mean, like what you saw on Dejanay is nothing. This second video was like you could see more of like what is the effect of these blows. Like I almost thought like I'm seeing like bone break or something. Like it was very aggressive. Like, trust me, women can fight aggressively too. You don't have to be switch gender or anything like that to be aggressively fighting. Like, trust me. I'm gonna definitely try to get it again so that I can email it to you. Because at first, let me tell you something. At first, I did think I was tripping, right? But let me tell you how I believe in the video. I thought I was tripping, so I went back to research again to see can I find this video somewhere else, and I did. And the second video I found of the same second video, but a different person had it. It was like you could tell the first person zoomed in a little bit, That's how I know it was a real authentic video, because the next one I seen, it was more zoomed out, like the same video. So that means maybe one person had the video first and then they screenshot it from them. Sometimes it crops out. So it didn't give to me like Photoshop, because I seen multiple ones. And I'm telling you, the video doesn't exist. I think in my mind, the reason why people is not posting it like that, first of all, it's hard to find. So I'm thinking,
I heard it was taken down. You got a sister.
Down.
Yeah, you got a sister agreed with, and so they did. I think they probably took it out.
It's probably getting taken down, because like I said, the one I seen it clipped in, I feel like that person was smart. They knew that can get the video taken down. So like they strategically clipped it in the middle. So you would have had to watch like 20
I get what you said.
And
they slid it in there.
Yeah, and they slid it in. And then they kind of like distorted it a little. So that's what got my radar going. Like, okay, I bet you more people would talk about the video, but I feel like as soon as someone does, they must be shutting it down, because I definitely seen a second video, and it
you just made me think of something I can't say online. Wow, you right.
Yes, I'm definitely gonna try to find it, because I believe it will change people's perspective a little bit, because she wasn't attacked by just one person.
Right.
She was ganged up on, and I'm not saying that the people standing there with the cameras is not wrong, but what I'm saying is you don't know what they could have done afterwards, after they panic and everything, because in a moment, it's easy to get hyped up. Oh, you hyped up because somebody's fighting, you hyped up, you picking sides, you doing all the most. It's easy to get hyped up, but once somebody really loses their life, I bet you they're talking a different tune, like, oh, wait a minute. Now, I wasn't in it. Now they're going to change their story, of course. So we don't know what they have done to go and tell on these people, because there's definitely two direct people that I saw in the video, which was Dejanay and this other person that was a woman. And they was definitely brutally attacking Shanquella. To me, the second girl looked like she was hitting harder.
Wow.
We thought the first video was so hard. Nah, I thought the second video was like, whoa. She was hitting her in her neck. She was hitting her in her head. Like it wasn't like the first one. She was straight going for the head. She was like beating her in any area. Like, if you know a human body, you will be scared for Shanquella, because it's like you're hitting like major areas. What are you doing? And she just kept on hitting her in the face, kept on hitting her in the head. Like, she wasn't going for the legs.
And so, okay, real quick, and if she getting beat like that, how in the world, in the hell, Nazir didn't see all them bruises on her, and cut no music and rubbing her head, bro. She just got beat to hell. You know what I'm saying? I can see people get beat to hell. I can be coming up the street, seen a brother crawling across the street where we had to help him up, where he just got beat to hell at the basketball place. At the goal. And how you can't see that? Because, okay, the little bit Dejanay gave her, that girl gonna have a little lump or something. She gonna have a little lump. It ain't major now. The way you say this person put it on her,
Yeah, and actually, I don't know if you can, but if you were to put on the screen again that little shot where Dejanay was attacking her, I can point it out to you exactly where this lady was, and it's a quieter distance from where Dejanay was. So what I want to know is, was she dragged over there? Was she grabbed by her hair? Like, because she was in the same sitting slump. Yep. Okay. Now see how you got this? Oh, yes. So, right? You see how the bed is? Like, let's say you were standing in front of that bed. Right on the right side, where you can't really see it in this frame, but on the right side, there's another girl. And as soon as Shanquella got attacked on the floor, somehow she went from that spot to that right side of that bed over there, and the girl was beating her. So that's weird, because she was already on the floor. Okay. Was she dragged over there? Was she trying to get away?
Wow.
I'm telling you, I gotta find this clip. And I knew I should have screenshotted it, but I just assumed at the time it was gonna blow up. I figure everyone's gonna talk about the second clip. But now looking back, I see that everybody was just here for the clout. So I should have really, but I'm still gonna go get it because I know I can find it. I usually am good at finding secret clips that people think are deleted. So I'm gonna find that clip because now I'm getting kind of irritated that people are taking this light again. Like, is the family really into it? I don't care if the family start a GoFundMe, and I don't care what they do because we got the video. There's no debate. I don't care what sneaky stuff they do. If somebody think it's sneaky, I don't feel that way because I feel like if that was my relative and we had this video out, don't question me. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Worry about what you see here. And there are definitely 2 videos. And more people are not talking about this because I feel as though they don't believe in the second video because they haven't seen it. But I'm telling you, a lot of people have seen this video. It's a second video. And if there's 2 videos, there's a potential to be 3 or 4 because the angle of the second video, I could be wrong. But just my opinion, it looks like the same person. To me, the same person is recording.
Wow.
To me, it doesn't look like it's not the angle from the headboard of the bed. It's still at the foot.
At the foot.
We're still at the foot, and it's a POV, so it's almost like whoever was recording originally done got close, and they zooming in. And by the time the second video is going on, I feel like somebody definitely would have called 911. Trust me. It was brutal enough to where 911 should have been called. Now, the first video, I could say, okay, maybe you thinking they just started fighting. She's standing up at first. You know, maybe you thought it was a fight, but not after the second.
I believe it was a second video, to be honest with you. And I think it was so bad. I think I don't know, I may be true. I think the family shut it down or somebody too. Because what happened to her, and I think that Ben and probably got it. I think they have this, and they're just not saying it. Because these weird ass people, I'm gonna call them little kids. You can tell they wanted to make a statement with her being in the nude, and they shared it. You know how they do, sharing stuff, and because just imagine where this video went to if Quilla family and some bloggers said they got it. Like, what the hell? Like, what little network do y'all got, Khalil? You know what I'm saying? And, so I think it's something out there, and that might be the reason why they really, really damn hiding. But the good thing about it, it's going to come to the light right there. Which, Marie, I think so too. So hopefully they got that. But I'm going to play this press conference for the new people again. You can sit in and we can analyze it. So if you like. And
I love seeing the press conference, by the way, because I know people really, really want to analyze each character, but I'm just excited something is done.
Hey,
I'm excited they talking about it. I'm just excited Ben is here. So yeah, I want to see Ben again because I want to see if he gonna do something. I mean, I see him with the Louis Vuitton scarf. I see you, Ben, but I want to see what you gonna do.
Like me. He's trying to be like me. Okay, let me run it real quick. Hold on. Here we go, y'all. To the new people, this is the press conference that Ben and Quilla and them family went up there representing in D.C. I think it started off pretty cool. I think they had the right demeanor that young lady got out here. Sit back. And Cabo 6, y'all going to jail. Go turn your balls in. All right, let me see. Hopefully the volume don't go down, y'all. But I ain't want it to be kind of everywhere. Let me see. Let's roll. Washington, D.C.
On November 16th, 2022, 108 days ago, 15 weeks and 3 days, and still, with all this visual evidence, nobody has been arrested.
Hey, Jessica.
That's right.
Nobody has been arrested. And as my son, the general, always talks about,
my son,
Black lives matter. Our Black children lives matter.
Notice
and
he said
people always try to say, well, you all don't show up when Black people get killed by other Black people. You only show up if a white police officer get killing a Black person. No, that's not it. Oftentimes we can't get the media to cover it. But my son, Until Freedom, our law firm, we have been showing up when black people get killed unjustly, whether it's a white person who killed them or it's a black person who killed them. Because Shanquella Robinson, life matters. Shanquella Robinson, life matters. Shanquella Robinson, life matters.
That's right.
Shanquella Robinson, life matters. Shanquella Robinson, life matters. Shanquella Robinson, life matters. In the video, a woman who was identified by witness as Dajanay Jackson is seen brutally beating Shanquella Robinson while she is stark naked. I argue it's just as bad to Tamika Mallory or worse than how they beat Tyree Nichols to death.
That's right.
I mean, you look at those videos, they are both horrific.
Did you hear that?
Inhumane.
Yes.
He said both videos.
The travel mates who went to Mexico.
Ooh, let me stop that. Oh my God.
You gotta take that back. Did you hear
hold on. Yes, hold on. Let me digest this. Hold on. Let me, sis, hold up. We were just, y'all.
I told you.
Hey, we just debunked this, me and you. We just debunked this up here. Let me see.
I'm looking for it right now. I'm logging on right now.
Oh, it's a second video, y'all.
I'm looking for it right now. I will find it by the name. In the name of God, I will find it.
Yeah, okay. Hey, to the people in the chat, you remember I was like, tell her to show the video. Oh my gosh. They got it. Oh, they go Cabo. Y'all going down. Hold up. Let me breathe real quick, sister. And I'm gonna play that back.
Y'all heard it. Y'all heard him say videos with an S.
Oh, it's a second video. Oh, hell. Hold up. Oh man, hold up. Oh, I'm overjoyed. Hold up. Hey, sis, girl, what we doing? Oh, okay, here you go. Let me line it up. Oh man,
has been arrested.
Let me see.
And as my son, the general, because Shanquella Robinson, life matters.
That's right.
Shanquella Robinson, life matters.
Yes.
Bad to Tamika Mallory or worse than how they beat Tyree Nichols to death.
That's right.
I mean, you look at those videos. They are both horrific.
Yep.
By witness as Dajanay Jackson is seen brutally beating Shanquella Robinson while she is stark naked.
Those videos.
I argue it's just as bad to Tamika Mallory or worse than how they beat Tyree Nichols to death.
That's right.
I mean, you look at those videos.
Okay. Ooh.
They are both horrific. They beat Tyree Nichols to death.
That's right.
Videos.
I mean, you look at those videos.
Ooh.
They are both horrific.
Oh, okay, sis.
See?
He say both. He say they are both horrific. You right.
I'm looking at I'm on it right now. I'm not letting this go. I'm gonna find.
Oh man,
I'm gonna find this video.
Okay, hey.
Because I knew I should have screen recorded it. I knew it, and I'm about to find it before it's gone. Because I know exactly. I'm gonna go on my history.
Oh, okay. So is he okay? All right.
He said when we look at both videos.
Okay. All right. We saw it down. Okay. Now. Okay. Now he's saying both videos. Tyrese Nicholson's. Oh, I just had the team come in. Okay. I almost got pumped up, but I still do think it's a second video. What if it come out as a second one though? Let's see, Tyree. And okay, y'all, we good. We okay. Thanks, Nick. But let's keep it rolling though. Let's keep it rolling. Man, let's keep it rolling. Who is this woman? Okay, Marie, we're just trying to get to the same place. We ain't trying to, just let's listen to the press conference. Let's listen to the press conference. Hold up. Let's roll. Come on. Because overall, this was a good press conference.
Inhumane.
Yes. The
travel mates who went to Mexico with her, I mean, you're talking about adding insult to injury. Sabina, the travel mates returned from Mexico to the United States and told Miss Robinson she died of alcohol poisoning. They failed.
Yeah, my bad. I jumped the gun a little bit with excitement, y'all. My bad. I just jumped the gun with a little excitement. My bad.
To mention,
please forgive me.
The fight.
I jumped the gun a little bit.
Or what we saw in that video, rolling more, and that.
But I do believe it's the second video.
Robinson had a head injury. That she was attacked. That they were joking about it. Texting about what happened in the aftermath of the tragedy. But they never mentioned that to Miss Robinson. We are asking for high level of diplomatic intervention from the President of the United States and the State Department to do what is necessary to bring the person or the people who are responsible for the murder of Shanquella Robinson to justice. Yes. Let me repeat that again.
Great.
We are asking for high-level intervention, diplomatic intervention.
Thank you.
From the President of the United States and the State Department to do whatever is necessary to bring justice to Shanquella Robinson by the person or the persons responsible for her death. It's not a hard act. When you look at that video, it is not a hard act. And when you think about when white women go missing, it's not a hard act. My colleagues will get more into that later. Now, the family retained us, and my law partner, Sue Ann Robinson, as I said, she went above and beyond. The family asked her, and she went on a fact-finding mission to Mexico. On their behalf, after being advised by us that the Mexican authorities were not doing their job. That's what the U.S. said. The Mexican authorities were not doing their job in regards to investigating this crime.
I found it.
For black people to get justice often in America,
no, for real, I found
abroad,
it.
We have to go above and beyond.
I'm about to screen record it right now.
All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Lion Den. We got I got two sisters up here. We just going back over the news conference. I almost jumped the gun and got a little excited, man. Thought Ben had that whatever. But
okay,
Ben,
I thought he knew something.
Hey, Ben did say he got some witnesses though, so I am curious to see who these witnesses is. Real quick, I got our sister Precious Melda. What's going on, Precious Melda? Welcome to the Lion Den. Hey, Precious Melda, I was ready.
I know we all are. We all have been.
Okay. How you feel? What's your opinion on this right here? The press conference, and
I mean, it's been a slow go, which is acceptable at this point. Because for a while I thought it was a no-go.
Right.
And I'd rather go slow than to not go at all. I am very interested in, getting a chance to at least have somebody that, I can take good word off of to see this second video, or at least to be able to glance at it, because
I'm putting it together now. I really am. I'm gonna send it to him in 1 second.
The first one. So I when I say glance at it, I do mean that. I can't watch the whole thing, but I will glance just to have that personal knowledge for myself, because that's what it's all been about this whole time. Everybody's seeking the knowledge of what happened, seeking justice for this child, and it just seems as if it's getting there. It's a slow go, but it's getting there, and I'm very happy that now a lot of the naysayers that were coming out of their mouth with what this family wasn't doing and how they should be moving, all that negativity that they were spewing. I knew that they were spewing it just because they wanted attention. It wasn't about what they really thought. It was about the people that they could get
to watch them say these ignorant things. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it was about the people that they could get to come back and review the replay of them saying
Mm-hmm.
this disrespectful stuff. And I am glad that, the family is actually able to now bring to the light some of the decisions that they've made.
Mm-hmm.
Also bring to everyone's attention some of the reasons why they haven't been talking, because now at least we see that they've been advised by counsel not to say
Mm-hmm.
certain things, not to react a certain kind of way,
Mm-hmm.
and for all those people that were coming out with what they were coming out, they can't walk that back. They can't walk it back, all that negativity. It's no, what can you do now? What can you post up now
Mm-hmm.
to say now that you're saying, oh, they're not using the money just to do, negative things or
Right.
using the money to do frivolous things. How you gonna walk that back after you said all those things? How you gonna
Mm-hmm.
walk it back? It really doesn't matter.
Right.
I could go without ever hearing from those people again.
Right.
I
And
could go without ever hearing from them.
and to piggyback on that, what you just said right there, and Jessica, I'm gonna finish the conference in 1 second because this is so exciting. And when you hear Mr. Ben say, yeah, they retained me. Yes, all what I'm saying, how people say, yeah, he about the money. All these attorneys and people like that is about the money. And that's what it's for them to go ahead and get this brother that have this outlet, what I'm saying, that can do this. So, like you say, better late than sorry, God, what I'm saying? God, what I'm saying? We can't rush him. You know what I'm saying? He finally moved, and I'm glad they have the money to pay this brother. You know what I'm saying? And get it. All right, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have sister after she get it situated. I don't know if she might want to. We might have to do a little email thing real quick right
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Now.
I got it
Okay.
situated. I got it clipped up. And then what I did too, I screenshotted for you some of people's thumbnails. Cause what made me start to realize there's
Mm-hmm.
really a second video is I
Mm-hmm.
originally saw that if you look at certain people's thumbnails or certain people's videos, they got
Mm-hmm.
screenshots of a still image that was not from the first video. So I screenshotted that for you too, so you can clearly see it's somebody else over there on the right. Like we never seen that angle. Clearly a second video. This is not the angle we saw. So I'm taking it from my phone right now and I'm airdropping it. And I can email it. I could anything.
All right, let me see.
So I got this right up. Yeah, I knew I was gonna find. And what it is that you're not gonna see it so clear because what happened is the lady had to blur it. She had to edit it because that's how I know it's getting taken down. But it wasn't like that before. I remember seeing it very clear. So that means people are starting to get dinged on their channel. They going back, editing it,
Mm-hmm.
But let me
Wow.
right here, save. Let me save the screenshot. Yeah, I knew it.
I hate even. I don't even know if I could bear to say it, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
I would do with taking your word, Black, after
Yeah.
viewing it. Like I don't,
God, oh my! I
just to
don't
know
know.
that somebody has, laid eyes on it that can actually give me some type of
Yeah.
feedback. I can deal with that for now because I'm, still
I don't
going
even know if
through
I can.
what I
Yeah.
was, dealing with over the first video, and I didn't even watch it through. So,
Mm-hmm.
and it took me a minute, and then when I did, it wasn't good. Like it wasn't good, and I know that, and I know it's not good for my psyche. I'm the type of person that
Yeah. Well,
I'll
we
carry the
want you.
weight of
Yeah,
the
I
world
get
on
it.
my shoulders.
Yeah, I get it, and we don't want that. And I'm the same way. And I'm like, look at Marie tomorrow. Very Black. She'll tell us. I mean, that really bothers me to see that sister with that first one. And I'm serious. That can, so.
Yeah, it makes you
I
want to be there.
guess.
It makes you feel like you're in real
Yeah.
time. Like, you just want to be there. Like, you want to stop it. Like, you want to, do something. It just makes you feel as helpless as she was. So it's
Mm-hmm.
basically, what they were doing to her, they were able to do to us, digitally.
Watch it, Black. I guess Black the hero. What if I break down? Y'all gonna bail me out if I break down? I don't. I just hate to see my sister, with that. another level. And I believe the sister
I
right
still
there.
haven't watched the thing with Tyree. Like I still can't. I still, God, honest truth, I still have not. And I'm that way. Like I know I'm the type of person that I'll carry the weight of the world on my shoulders, and I might not be able to eat that week. You know, it might not be something that I know. You
But
know,
we don't
so
need
I
it.
try to stay away from certain things like that. And Shanquella really did, does it to me. Um, but this helps knowing that things are moving in her direction positively.
Oh,
And
okay.
I
Let me
want
see.
them to yank them up. Like I will really, really be happy when I see somebody, with their wrist yanked up to their shoulders in the back. Come on, you know, come on, pinch them up and do what you got to do with them. Let us get, that satisfaction. Let her get that justice. Let her mama get that peace. You know what I mean?
There you go.
I'm a big sister. I know what it's like. You know what I mean? And I have a baby sister that is 12 and a half years younger than me. So every bit of that I feel. You know what I mean? Like I have a little girl whose birthday is just a couple days before Shanquella's. Like she's the only little girl. Like it's a lot of different things that, make me feel really connected to the issue. Not to mention she's a black girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've been a young black girl before. I might not be a young one now, but I was one before. And, I did things. I traveled. I still do, but it's not the same as when I was younger. We're a lot more free. We're invincible. Honestly, and I tell that to my kids, we're invincible. None of that stuff, like, we don't think we're superheroes, but honestly, it just can't happen. Like, oh, that can't happen, or oh, you worry. That's just how
Yeah.
children are.
Yeah. Well, other thing what I like what you just said on here. I'm gonna play the press conference a little bit more because we got subscribers want to see it, and that's what they
Yes,
was
sir.
young lady coming up where she did. I know you probably seen it where she's saying, the white woman get the attention. So I'm gonna go ahead and play that. And Chosen, okay, I see you back behind there. There's the information. I'll be waiting on it. I'm gonna try to watch it, man.
Yep. I'm
She's sending it
attaching the
there,
files
yo.
right now. Attaching them
And
right now.
okay, while you do that, I'm gonna play some of this press conference. Sit right there with us, precious man.
All right.
Let's see.
And Sue Ann Robinson went above and beyond. I mean, this sister, she went down to Mexico for a week. I mean, had threats to her safety.
Oh.
She's a mother of two beautiful little girls, but she saw that she could not justify staying safe and playing it safe while Miss Robinson's daughter had been killed. So Sue Ann Robinson deserves all the credit in the world for going down there and getting the evidence necessary for us to come here today and to say to the department that it is clear Mexico has advised that their investigation is complete.
Okay.
They have identified a suspect. That suspect is currently out free in the United States of America.
That's right. Yeah,
And that is not right that the suspects and the people involved are sleeping comfortably in their own beds at night. If they are guilty of a crime, then the United States government should do one or two things. One, they should either extradite the person who murdered Shanquella Robinson to Mexico to face the charges and the crimes that have been alleged against her. Or two, they should take jurisdiction. Mexico is willing to give jurisdiction to the United States to bring a case for those responsible for killing Shanquella Robinson to justice. And the only question is State Department, President Biden, what are you going to do to bring justice for this broken-hearted family, especially this mother of Shanquella Robinson? It's not a hard act.
That's right. That's right.
Either extradite the killer or take jurisdiction so you can prosecute the killer.
That's right.
There you go.
It's simple. And so my co-counsel is going to go into details with you, and then you're going to hear a couple of people, especially my sister Tamika Mallory, who is going to make the case even more plain, because we can't have different justice systems depending on the ethnicity
That's
of
right.
the victim.
She's gonna bring it.
We
Bring
can't
it,
have
sister.
one set of justice for white women and another set of justice for black women. We got to have one justice system for the United States of America.
Get on it.
And so that's why Attorney Robinson deserves just so much credit for going to get the evidence that is necessary for us to now make the case for justice for Shanquella Robinson. Justice for Shanquella Robinson. Justice for Shanquella Robinson. Now you're going to hear from my partner, Attorney Sue Ann Robinson. Y'all give her a big round of applause. This girl here, I'm so proud to work with.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. I want to first and publicly, which I do every day, thank Mrs. Robinson and Quilla for putting their shoulder to the plow to seek justice on behalf of Shanquella Robinson. I'm thanking them for doing something that so often only Black and brown families have to do. They have to grieve their loved one. They have to adjust to normalize their life with the loss of their loved one. And at the same time, they have to become part of a movement, part of a club that no one asked to be in. They have to beg for dignity and respect in death. They have to seek justice on behalf of their loved ones. They don't have the privacy to grieve and do those things in private. So I want to thank them publicly for turning their pain into purpose.
Yeah, that's right.
And for giving me the honor of assisting in their case. We've been doing this for a very long time. Black women have been having to come to the front line against oppression because of our intersectionality. We're Black and we're female. And so based on that alone, we have a unique set of oppressions we have to deal with and fight against since Mamie Till. And I stand today on her shoulders, on the shoulders of all the Black women who have to grieve publicly in order to push the most important work of our time forward, which is that we would receive equal treatment, that we would also receive equal justice under the laws of the country that we're born in. Shanquella was a beautiful, adventurous entrepreneur.
Preach.
Unfortunately, I didn't have the opportunity to know her in life. But getting to know her in death has changed my life. And no one should have to suffer the indignities that she did.
That's right. That's right.
We deserve to live peaceful lives.
My internet trying to, what the hell? Up into the video. Y'all there?
Enjoy vacation.
Yeah, we here.
It's tripping on my end. All right.
I'm just looking at
Let's
it.
send that info chosen.
Yeah, look at the screen
Yeah.
screenshot to clearly see that's a different angle just off the
Okay.
screenshot I sent you. That's a whole nother angle.
All right, let me stop this here too.
Because I knew I wasn't going crazy when I seen that video. Like, wait a minute. And it's
All
a
right,
good
let
thing
me,
I'm...
and while we,
Mm-hmm.
where's my, all right, go ahead. I'm gonna check it out on my phone here while we do that. To the people in the chat, how y'all feel? To the chat, how y'all feel? Y'all queens feel free. I'm gonna take a look at what the sister sent me, okay? Let me see here.
Yeah, y'all welcome.
Let's
Y'all
see.
welcome. I knew I had seen it because...
And I thank you, Chosen.
Yeah, I was just
Thank
gonna
you
say
so much.
I'm the type not to click off a video. Like when I get on YouTube and you think the video is stupid, you think it's dumb, I'm the type to really watch it because a lot of the times they'll put the boring stuff in the beginning is because they don't want to get their video taken down. The video really has the tea in it, but you gotta watch it into the middle of it or to the end of it. So that's why I always make sure I play out all the videos through because it's a second video. I'm convinced.
All right. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to find.
Hey, when I seen that first one, let me see.
I'm gonna try to find the clear one because when I originally saw
Yeah.
it, this one, it was clear. I believe that people go back once they get the little ding from YouTube. I believe they go back, edit that portion, blur it. So it's. I must keep looking, see if I can find the whole version and the clear version. But when I seen it, it was clear. It wasn't blurred like this. I believe that sister had to go back and edit her video. But thank goodness she still got the clip on there.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, I see some of the. Let me see. Will it let me?
And I sent you the screenshot where you can clearly see who the other offender is that was beating on her eyes. I sent you that because it was in somebody's thumbnail. Thank goodness.
All right, that's not the. I'm sorry. I see a light skin. That's the content creator there.
Yeah, that was one I kind of clipped it how she got the screenshot from the second video. Because that's definitely not the first being that they so right to the bed.
Oh, okay.
You know, see what I'm saying? That's why I sent you that. Because I was like, wow, how she had this screenshot. That means she got the video.
Yeah, it look like it's something there. But it's just ain't clear.
Yeah, but the other ones will be clear. I just had to throw it all in, you know. Why not?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me see. Hey, welcome to the line, then, y'all. We over here to the people. Let me see. Me. You go ahead, Precious Metal.
If you have 4K on any of your devices, Black, you can enhance it with that.
Yeah, it's like
if you enhance it with
some of the
4K, you can
screenshots
get
are
to it.
some of the
You should be able
screenshots
to
are
get to it.
HD, but the video it's almost like the sister had to put some type of blur effect. It's gonna be kind of hard to enhance because she
I
had to
mean,
really
doesn't
blur it.
4K? If 4K should take that out. 4K takes
Okay.
out. You know what I mean? Like if he has 4K capability on any of his devices, then yeah, then the 4K. If he runs it through the 4K, then that should take off everything for you to be able to watch it. Black. It might take you a few minutes, you know, after you get off with us, a little time to sit and play with it. But
Yeah, I gotta play with it. Yep, that's what I was just. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Y'all putting me onto the knowledge, you know, the technology getting out of hand. You know.
Hey, I'm slow. I'm slow with the technology.
It's 4K, definitely. You get 4K capability, and you're seeing some stuff that you're not normally gonna see.
Okay. I'm
And
gonna
it's
look
actually
into
there.
that. You put me on because you know from the old school, so we didn't have all of that.
Yeah, me too. But I mean, you know, that I guess because that's my field. You
Okay.
know, so that's what I was saying. If it's blurry, definitely. But I don't have, you know,
Yeah, it's blurry for
I
sure.
don't have the constitution to be able to go through a video, you know, with that type of content to try to fix it and go back and forth. I wouldn't be able to just view that.
Yeah, and it's a longer clip too. I believe people are shortening the clip even because what I seen was a real long clip. Wasn't as short as what I just screenshotted, but it's a longer clip. It's just that it's so violent. I believe
But
that
I'm pretty
people
sure
start
if you
editing
have
it.
it or if you've seen it, that this attorney is well versed on what it is. I'm pretty
Oh
sure of
yeah.
it. I'm pretty sure of it.
Yeah, he's gotta have this because I believe the video was always there, but I believe it got taken down so quickly. I remember people talking about it. I immediately
Yeah,
went
it was like
to
Bigfoot.
look.
You know what I mean? It was like, is it there? Is it real? I've seen it. I have. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? It
yeah.
the second video is it's like a urban legend, really.
Yeah, it was. I was starting to think like, I was starting to get mad. Like, are people making up rumors? But there were people who were adamant. They said, I can't find it no more, but I seen it. It was one girl who said, I tried to screen record it, but as soon as I went back to the link, it was gone. So I was starting to
People
think,
said
this is
somebody
a
in the
joke.
chat said that that's winter.
Oh my gosh. See, I mean,
I
that's
wouldn't
why.
doubt it simply because there was a lot of jealousy, like a lot, like everybody's saying, there was a lot of jealousy. Shanquella was able to do little things. She got her body done. You know what I mean? Little different things that she could just go
Hmm.
out and do for herself. Her new car. She got the new body. She always had that same bright, ambitious attitude. You know what I mean? And it was just too much for him all at once. You
Yeah,
know.
and I actually speaking on that, I saw it was on like a news station. They actually were interviewing some people that went to school with her, and they was just speaking so lovely about her. Like you could really tell that, it seems like, I don't want to say everybody, but certain entertainment outlets, it's almost like they're looking for something on Shanquella to give some type of reason why this could have happened. But when you really look at everybody talking on Shanquella, they're pretty much all saying the same thing. Like she was very studious, very intelligent, very driven. And I think it was deeper than her money why they were jealous. A lot of times you don't even have to have money to make someone jealous. It's just your spirit. And I believe
Well,
she was very
true, but
outgoing.
there are a lot of other little like local things, that have been said about their party and style while they were there that would make them be able to think that they could get away with saying something such as alcohol poison, because we brought up the pill bottle before
Mm.
on this panel. We were talking, and we brought up the pill bottle being just sitting there in the video.
Let me ask y'all something real quick, ladies.
Uh-huh.
Do y'all think it's a chance that Quilla was trying to get the hell out of there, and Khalil probably took the phone, and she was just in a mess, man, for she surrounded by these damn people in his room? Do you think it's about that they probably took a phone and all of this? We see the door back there behind the halfway open, and we see these
Okay,
clowns in the room.
okay.
Do you
I'm
think it
glad
can
you
be
said that.
Precious Mel?
Now, okay, let's look back to the video when she was asking when she walked through and she was like, it don't take long to get naked. And they were
Mm-hmm.
Right,
all
right,
back
right.
there in that room. Okay,
Setting
they
it
were
up.
supposed to be going skinny dipping. Now, if you remember, at the time that this was going on, it was pitch black outside.
Right.
Okay, because she walked in the room and it was pitch black. Well, when you look and you see that she was actually skinny dipping, it was daylight outside. It was morning.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yep, yep.
Think back
Okay.
to that. So a lot of people are thinking that she just said, the hell with it. You guys don't want to come, I'll go. That couldn't be the case because the skinny dipping video is in the daylight. Okay. So that had to be that morning. I'm assuming that maybe she was coming back in, and this is why she was nude. She was coming back in from skinny dipping on her own, and that's why that door was ajar. Not to mention, um, her bed hadn't been slept in, as per the video. So
Now,
she could not have been just getting out of there. Um,
do you think
and
that they maybe lied to her and said like before what we see on the video? Do you think maybe they was like everyone was talking about going skinny dipping, but like it was all kind of a lie just to get her naked type of thing?
well, okay, this is my thing. Shanquilla was already naked when she walked in there and said it don't take that long for y'all to, do
Okay.
whatever. Shanquella didn't have on any clothes. Because
Yeah.
if you look inside of that, you look in the reflection, Shanquella didn't have on anything. She was
Yeah.
already, nude. But
Hmm.
this was nighttime. So
Okay.
they didn't have
Okay.
to get
I
her
see what you're
nude.
saying.
She was already, so with basically what I'm trying to get to is they were all partying. It may not have been drinks, you know what I mean? I don't want to say too much, but they were all
Right.
partying, and she was a little looser than normal, and her filter was kind of not what it normally is.
Right.
Because Tequila did say that wasn't my sister in that video. Like, my sister does not talk that way or act that way. You understand what I'm saying? So that just took me back to the pill bottle. It took me back to the fact that they did not skinny dip that night when the video
Hmm.
was
Hmm.
started, because she was in the pool in the daytime. So that had to been that morning. That's why that door was ajar. She had been in that pool already that morning. That's when everything went down, because it could not have been when she was asking them about taking their clothes off and getting skinny dipping, because that was nighttime. Unless
Right.
somebody has like a, a, a day night clapper where they can turn it from night to day. And we
And
clearly said, and Shanquella was nude already when she walked in there on them and said, "Oh, what she talking about keeping it hot?" Shanquella didn't have on anything then. That's how everybody looked like, "Oh my God, she is really nude." But
Yeah.
the next day, she finally did probably go, out there. That's why that door is ajar, and that's why she has nothing on.
yeah, and I
And if
think
you notice, Shanquilla's hair reacted as if it was wet at the ends. Like, it wasn't muffed every time, you know what I mean? Like, smashed up, it would drop back down. So, it was just a lot of things that I've looked at, or I went back to pay attention to, simply because I couldn't look at the main video. But yeah, Shanquella had nothing on. Her sister said she was a different way than she normally was. Um, and they didn't go skinny dipping that night. She went that morning, and she was by herself. It had to have been that morning, because she didn't go when they first got there.
well. First of all, they wasn't even there that long before this popped up. I think what has to happen now. Black CEO did this before, where he went and lined up all the evidence, and we broke it down. I just believe one of these days we're gonna have to do that again, because we've had time to marinate on it. We've had time to think about it, and we have more evidence now than we did back then. And I think we can have a better session when we analyze it this time, because it's like, wait a minute, now we know what we know what's going on, and then we can break down the sunlight one more time, see what's really going on, because what she's saying, we need to add up all the evidence now, because it's starting to make some type of sense, like something is funny. And I want to see that video too again, where uh the old buddy was like, body body body. I would love to break that down again, because it's like, why was she on the hammock like that? What's going on here? Because it wasn't that much time that they was in Mexico, so it should be real easy for us to piece together what made them come up and start attacking her. Wasn't that much time. So you ain't have time to skinny dip, you ain't have time to party, none of that really, because y'all was only there a hot second, and then you took her out. So this should be real easy to piece together now.
How her do almost look like it was wet or something right there, like she did. I ain't ever paid that no attention. Ladies do it like, I don't know. Does this look like wet hair, like where you can jump in the pool and kind of drying it out a little bit?
You think is there any
It's
way we
like the
could zoom
tips of
in
it,
on it?
the tips
Even though
of it.
we can't see it. I'm just looking at the
Right.
shadow.
Like, just the way that it was moving, the tips of it looked wet to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm looking at the way that it looks outside compared to the way that it looked when she was in the pool. And you could clearly see that it's not nighttime now. on there on the still. It wasn't nighttime when she was in the pool, but it was nighttime when she first walked in and they were talking about getting in the pool. Now see, the thing I think what it was is it seems to me maybe it could have been, she might they felt like they were offended already. They were jealous, they had that undertone, but they were offended, that maybe she was so turned up, um being as though Elise just had that family tragedy. Now Elise knew by then, of course. So maybe, just maybe, they felt like, you too pumped. Yeah, we here, but we trying to do such and such. You know what I mean? It could have
Mhm.
been insult to injury with that, like all of that together with them. They were already jealous, and then you have this going on. Because of course, at that table, you could see how the room was each time there was the whole group there. Shanquella was always the one that was turned up. And I feel as though she felt like, look, the energy is off. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
I'm going to go head on. And I didn't get in the pool last night. So I'm going to get in there this morning and I'm going to get my stuff on and I'm going to leave. And I think
Mhm.
that is when things took a turn. Like, well, I'm going to deal with her before she goes because I
I'm gonna
don't
say
like.
Khalil started orchestrating, Queen. Like what you saying,
Okay.
I think Khalil went to damn work. Hey y'all, she's saying she finna leave, and I feel like I'm ovulating. I'm on my with that period and all of it. Which that female start coming out this little weird ass, and y'all need to go up there. And he wasn't sweating then, excuse my snap, y'all. But that's when I think baby powders went to work though. I know some people out there wanted to hear me say that baby powders and plats, but baby powders went to work then. He probably was like, yeah, she finna leave, y'all. And whatever the damn issue was, I glad this guy here set it up. Yeah, come on, y'all.
And he was and we have to look at nothing's a coincidence. Of course, he's the
Mm.
only one that took the different flight. Of course, he's the only one that came out with a video and spoke on it. Of
Oh, you
course,
talking about Nazir? Okay. I meant
yeah.
to say I was talking about Khalil punk ass, but go ahead.
We
Oh
talk. Oh,
yeah, he was talking
that's not
about
the
the
same
the
one.
no. Khalil is supposedly the best friend. Nazir is the one
Yeah.
who
Oh,
did the
Nazir. I'm
video
thinking
after
of
coming
Nazir.
back.
Okay, my
No. We're
bad. My
thinking
bad.
about
No, you
Khalil, the ringleader, the
yeah.
dirtiest of the dogs.
Sending them
The
in the
one who
yeah.
went to the
Yeah, yeah.
mom's house.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
The main
he set that up.
aggressor,
Oh yeah.
the one who ate,
yo.
broke bread in there.
Yeah. Get him
The
precious,
one
yo.
who came there and
Yeah.
basically spit in that lady's face
Yep.
Yeah.
after taking her child, because that's what I
Oh.
call it.
And
Because not
you know
only did
what,
you come there with
Precious?
a lie on your lips, you
I got your
came
back,
there
man.
with the devil on your hip.
I got your
Come
back.
on.
I got your back.
Yeah,
I got your
Precious,
back.
you made me think of something, Precious. When you was talking, I was thinking too. If you look at the press conference, right, the first thing that they mentioned, because it's easy to get confused because it's a lot of liars in the mix. It's a lot of Cabo Six liars. But
Mhm.
they clearly said that when she came back, when her body came back, there was cracked up bones. And I think we
Oh.
have already analyzed this, that it's very difficult to do that. Like what, even if I had heard some rumors that something had happened to her before the trip. I'm not going into it because it's a rumor, but I'm trying to figure out how does somebody get to the point of cracked bones, because just getting
Right.
into a fight is not going to cause a whole cracked bone situation.
Mhm.
Now, what's up with that? That's kind
And I
of
won't.
weird.
Those floors,
Khalil need to
the
come out
way
and
that she
tell
was
us.
being swung and dropped onto those cement floors, that could
That's
break a
right.
bone. Believe it.
Yeah.
I've been overseas and that ground is hard.
Yep,
Okay, so that
that's what I'm
ceramic
saying.
tile is on top. So we already saw her get slung,
Oh
What
yeah,
happened,
that's what I'm
Khalil?
once in
saying
there.
compared to
What
So
what
happened,
they
Khalil?
saying.
from the height of Deshaunay's hip to that ground, her hitting that floor with
Yep.
nothing on, that in
Mhm.
itself could have caused broken bone.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. In comparison to the narrative being spun that, oh, it was just some alcohol poisoning, this and that. But I feel like
Right.
the broken bones is like,
Yeah.
that's evidence.
And I'm like, sister, and I'm like, when did she get alcohol poison? After this dynamic ass whooping? Like, come on, it don't make sense. Because she wasn't alcohol poison.
And if she did have alcohol poisoning, that means that in the video, that's probably why she was slumped. Y'all all, I don't know if you all have seen it, but I know I have seen somebody with alcohol poisoning before. It's kind of like they're alive, but they're not there. It's like they're in another dimension. That's kind of how she looks. Like somebody you could have overdrunk. That means you attack her in her vulnerable state. What?
Okay, real
Well,
quick.
okay. See, she didn't have any alcohol in her system, so they couldn't say that. They didn't attack
that
her.
was a lie.
The only vulnerable state they attacked her in was just attacking her, with all of them there attacking her. Period. That's what made her state vulnerable. That child did not drink. Now, I do not know what was in that pill bottle. I do not know whose pill bottle that was, and I do not know who took something out of that pill bottle. I will not say and will not state and will not comment on that because I don't know. And I lean in a different direction than most might. But I will say we do have the reports of no alcohol poisoning.
But my thing is that if she drunk and it could have come out of her system is what I'm saying. How do we know
No,
what?
it could not in that amount of time. Like if she's supposed to,
Okay.
if she like, okay, I think there's three levels to alcohol poison. There is stupor. Wait a minute. There is blackout. No, there is blackout, stupor, and then coma. Okay. So at any of those at any of those stages, she wouldn't have been able to stand up, dress herself the way that she was talking to, Dejanay, the way that she stood up through that beating across that floor. If she had, she would have been, her ankles would have been curled over. She wouldn't have been able to stand up with that big girl leaning down on her like that.
No deal. That's right.
The way she was pummeling her.
And I agree with you. I'm just asking a
I
question
really,
because that's what they
no,
saying.
I'm just,
I believe you.
I mean, it's no way. It's no way. Like, I'm not a drinker, but I have drank before, and it's gotten to the point where I'm like, please God, like I'm reaching for hands for people that aren't there to hold me up. Like she wasn't doing any of that. She wasn't rocking and reeling or swaying, none of that stuff.
Right.
So that's what led me to believe that and if she had drank by the time that this all happened, I feel she still would have had alcohol in her system by then. It hadn't been a good 12 hours.
Good point, sis. Real quick. I got two other sisters that just came to the Lion Den. We find this off today. I got Shell. I'm gonna let Shell go first, and then I got Marie back in the Lion Den. What's up, ladies? What's up, Shell? Talk to us. We out here analyzing it. What's up?
Yeah, good morning.
How you doing, Shell?
Good morning, Precious. How are you? And the other one, hey Marie, good morning to you, and then good morning to the other sister. I have not familiar with you. I'm not familiar with you, but good morning to you, and of course,
Hey, Black.
good morning to Black. That as the our fearless leader on this channel right now. I'm telling you, this morning I was like in two different phases. Especially when Mom came on, I swear to God, I was crying. Like that hurt my heart. It hurt my heart. So I'm in mixed emotions right now. I think that right at this point, I think that right now, like Black and others that are like you, that are keeping her name alive, we gotta do something. They doing something. I think we gotta do something too. I was on another podcast, I don't know, within the last week or two, when another person that's very very active in this, when she said, we need to start flooding their Twitter, like how they did for Beyonce. They went on there and put the Beehive went on and put all these Z's on there and flooded up their timeline so that real messages that they want through the distraction. We gotta I think that all of you guys that are doing such a great job. I think that we need to organize something where we don't even have to leave our house and put pressure on them and let them know that, hey, we watching, we need you to do something. Like even if it's the senators in her state and also the vice president. I don't know if Biden got a tweet to a Twitter or not, but I think we need to start flooding their Twitter and their Twitter so they can't get to nothing else and just put justice for Shanquella, whatever it is. So we just need to just do what we can do from our own homes because we at this point we sick and we tired and we want to see
we on Twitter now, sister. We on Twitter right now. If you're speaking, representing y'all.
Yeah,
we
need to
Twitter,
flood those
Facebook, and
Twitters
we
and whatever else
right
they got.
We
need
on
to
Twitter right now.
Let's flood it. Justice for Shanquella. Justice for Shanquella. And keep doing it day in and day out until until it it sinks in that we are not going anywhere. And we want justice just as bad as that family. Because at this point, I think we all that family has become our family.
That's
and
right.
it is time for us that guess what? It's the time for the gloves to come off. We're not fighting with gloves no more. It's time to start. We got to battle. We got to battle, from toe to head.
Yeah.
Bring
That's
your
what
head.
I had to say.
Come here, Flats. Come here, Flats. Come here, baby.
I totally agree with you. Totally agree with you.
Yeah.
Because we have enough for an assault, so we don't need to worry about anything else. We have enough for the charges. You can get a high assault charge and get plenty of time. So let's lock them up. We seen
Lock
the
them
assault.
up. Cabo 6 going to jail, y'all. We're on the road for Cabo
It's
6.
time. It's game time. It's been game time, but I think that we need to follow the momentum.
Yeah. I just wanted to keep going. I need this momentum to keep going. I feel good. I just need, hey, if the family finna take it to the next level like this, I think it's good. I definitely need this. I see where I can get behind it. They put it out there. Like they say, this is the white woman, what they say, campaign against like Shanquella. And I think that's a great narrative that they keep it going. Ain't nobody trying to be racist, but it is what it is. You looking out for your these white sisters or these white ladies putting documentaries. Damn it, it's time for us to get a documentary about Quilla right now. Like how they put a documentary out and R. Kelly wasn't locked up. Cabo 6 ain't locked up. Do a damn documentary on them. Go to their house. And I ain't trying to protect nobody. Damn it, go to their house. And let's get them locked up. I'm so glad these people asked me to go to jail. I yield back. Welcome to the panel, Omega.
I was really like crying when the lady with the braids was putting pen. They right there at the president office, and Biden need to, like you say, put his balls to the chain. Get these people locked up. I was crying. I was like crying for happiness. Yes. Yes.
It felt so good to hear them say designate name. It felt good to hear them say her name up there on camera in Washington D.C. I mean, Kamala Harris and all of y'all, bro. It felt good to hear them say it. It's what Nazir. It just felt good, y'all. To hear that.
And then you know what else too? What about when it was his sister, or probably it was more? When they backed that thing up, they said, "Wait a minute, hold on, the case is not closed." Case is not closed. They said they finished on doing what they had to do on that part. And I'm sorry if I took anybody else's space, but I'm gonna tell you another disappointing thing for me. I think that is disgusting. That for all this time, they barely said anything, and then they try to make us think that it's Mexico, and the whole time it's United States. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
And I have a question for you, Black CEO.
Okay.
Do you think that some of the momentum was lost when they put out that fake news that people were arrested and all of that? I believe that really affected the momentum because there's still people who search Shanquella Robinson and they think that these people are arrested now, so they thinking the case is solved. And I think that really hurt the case because people were really on an upswing, and then they basically felt like we good now, even though that turned out not to be the case. That was real disappointing.
Very disappointing.
In North Carolina, a lot of people in North Carolina felt Quilla and mom should have I mean, the family should have been a little bit more urgent. And we also knew this is new to them, losing a child and a sister over there. Now around here, everybody felt back and it was ready for them to go ahead and, I'm gonna be honest with you, get busy with the GoFundMe around here. And it got to a point they stopped playing it period in North Carolina, because I'm like an hour, 30 minutes away from them. When I tell you they stopped playing it period, we barely got the notifications when like these protests and rallies was coming. So that kind of threw like a shade and with, because people was passionate. And then after a while, you got people looking at GoFundMe, all types of things, you know what I'm saying? And they honestly not trying to go after them, but the people was ready. Like the young lady last night on the panel was like, they need to, and that's a natural feeling, after we see Quilla get whipped. But the good thing about it, hell, we see them doing their thing now. I think it'll spark something in North Carolina, because like I say, with Quilla's badge, when I walk around with this thing here, this beautiful picture here, let me put it up there. Around in my city, from here to Charlotte, the Greensboro, with Lisa and all them, High Point, because I'm from the city of one of these Cabo Six, like I told you, ladies, and it's there. They just needed the family, so hopefully this can reignite North Carolina.
Yeah,
need to get behind them. So on my end, I think it's a lot of different things that helped knock it off, sis.
Yeah,
I have a question, Black.
Okay, talk to me.
I have a
who
question.
We got here? Okay, who we got speaking?
Rika Omega.
Rika,
Good.
welcome back, sis.
Hey, my brother. Hey, my beautiful people on the chat and on live chat, and everyone. Listen to this very well. Listen to this very well. I've been working on this case like I've been working on the Tim Norman. Sorry if that's my phone. That's just coming in call. I'm working out in Cali, but I've been working on the Tim Norman case from the start when our beloved Andre was on the show. This is what's going on, and this is what's happening. One thing that took place, that they did the march, the pink letters. A lot of people falled off, but I always said, as you know, Mr. CEO, Black CEO, that Ben Crump was on this. I said that from the beginning. But it was so many things that was going on. And the one thing I put out, and the one thing I sent to Washington, to the governor, because I'm here in North Carolina as well. And I told people to write him. Could you remember that, Mr. CEO? I said, write the Governor Cooper. I gave that to you on your program. This is what we have to know as Black people. Black, beautiful, great people, and everybody else. But I have to speak to my Black people. I put out and said, it is time that we as Black African people of America wake up. And it's time to boycott Mexico, and it's time to boycott America by letting them know that we as human beings, as Black Africans, human beings, we deserve the respect. Our consumer dollars we spend, we deserve to have justice, and we deserve to be seen. And that's what was lacking. They wasn't seeing us, but they was doing things behind the wall. But I kept saying, it's not Mexico, it's America. It's America slowing down because they have so many cases. But you know what? Our case belongs right with all the other cases that's important that we see, that's getting justice. But we as Black people got to know our consumer dollars is the key to let everybody know what's happening in Florida with our Black history. Our Black history built this country. We are Americans, but we are Black Africans that came from Africa. We got to unite. I said hashtag reunite. Hashtag we're going to come together. Hashtag we're not going to go up there and spend our dollars, because guess what? We spend in the billions and the billions of dollars as consumers. But what do we get? So I'm so glad that Ben Crump is on this, but I saw Ben Crump on this way before because he sent somebody from his office. But what happened was we was on Mexico, we was on in America, but we didn't know, like the ladies are saying, my sisters, my beautiful sisters are saying on the panel, we did not know what was what, who was telling the truth. This was being said, that was being said, and everybody wanted simple justice. We want simple justice. See us. We built this country. And guess what? We're going to get respect and we're going to get the justice just like everybody else. We're going to stop getting shot and killed and murdered like our beloved Nicholson, Tyrese Nicholson. Okay, just like so many, it's time that we get justice, but it's time that we come together because when there's unity and our voices are heard, because they knew the warm weather is coming and they know we're going to be out there marching. They know this already, and we have to know that we have to put our people, in office that's going to represent us, all people who, whatever color they are, that's going to represent us and is going to respect our culture us. We built America. It's time that we start coming together, take down those guns and stop killing each other, come together, unify, and we can get this justice and respect. Now Washington is now respecting us, right?
Right.
So that's what I needed to say. There's a lot of YouTubers that Fume out in Europe, she was on this. Danny was still on this. She was sending letters. I got on CEO panel. I said, talk to Governor Cooper, the different players and stuff like that, and send letters because what they know is when we rise up like every other people, when they rise up, the Asian, the Jewish, they get that respect. The same for us. And how did our ancestors and our people in the 60s, Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, what did Martin Luther King do? He did boycotting. We didn't do that. We all in designers want to go and get Fendi this, Gucci that. I don't want to buy Gucci. I'm not going to buy somebody's family's last name and wear it. But our people are dying. I don't see them going to our award show. I don't see them going out there fronting for us. Okay, these companies don't do nothing. Fendi, all of them. Gucci, what do they do for us as Black people? But we want to wear them. It's time for us to start making our own. It's time for us to start having our Black-owned media. We have one person that has a Black-owned media on YouTube. Okay, and it's built by him, Roland Martin. We need more Roland Martins. We need more Ben Crumps. We all got that in ourselves. So I am so happy, elated, and grateful that we're waking up, but we're coming together. It takes time, like Martin Luther King says, but we're going to make it and we're going to get there because we got to know what they did. Okay, in the 60s to get civil rights, and now the Supreme Court shut that all down. We know the blueprint is here for us, but we have to just take that. Malcolm X gave us the blueprint too. We got to now roll with the blueprint and know how to do it. And by us going through all of this, I think this was a curse, but it was a gift because it's showing us how we can come together and how we can take the power that we so deserve. And hashtag reparation, hashtag unity, hashtag Black power, hashtag Black love, hashtag all of that because it's time. And Black history ain't 1 month. Black history is every day we wake up. There's a Black history because we're living as Black Africans. Okay, I digress. I fall back, my brothers and sisters.
Okay, I want to piggyback off of you what you just said too, and then I'm gonna go to Marie and welcome TS to the panel. We got the Queen up in the building. All right, what I want to say with that, and you're right, Mega, my Queen, is it anybody in this chat or anybody up here have an organization or willing to start one? I'm definitely the online voice. I mean. Our sister is right. And do we have any organizations out here where we can get behind you and do these peaceful things like that? I mean, she is right. So I meant to put that out the other day. I'm saying like in the chat, not that way. You know what I'm saying? That way we can network in here and that way. We can,
and what? See, Black CEO, and you know what? Guess what? You all got the power because everybody's got their own channel and content curators. Yeah. But if everyone is speaking and coming together, but you all be creative because you all got your style. But we come together, speak in one voice and say, nah, we're going to boycott. No, we're going to march. We're going to do this. Everyone speaking on that same accord because that's how Martin Luther King did it, and Malcolm X and everybody, and Garvey and everyone did that because we came together. We looked out for each other on the street that was on a block, or in if you in Texas, I'm looking at you, but I'm in New York, or I'm in California, I'm in North Carolina. We come together because there's so many people that listens to so many different black content curators. That's how we make this movement. We got to keep going from the outside and inside and work it. And be on one accord, knowing that we're going to come together for that good goal and finish what Martin Luther King wanted and Malcolm X wanted for our people. Because we deserve it. We don't need to apologize to no one because the Asians got the Asians. We black African Americans in America don't even know where we come from. We know where we come from, but we don't have how and who brought us here. But one thing I know, brothers and sisters, they took us here and they brought us to the Caribbean. They brought us to Brazil. We are all connected. They separated our families. So your blood is my blood. We have to see each other like that. We have to see each other like that. And if we have that mindset, because that mindset was in the 60s, we already know our history is all down the line. Even though you have that freaking crazy governor who wants to be president in Florida, who's taking out black history. I mean, come on now. We built this country. Matter of fact, he was a representative in the House of the Representative. And it was the orange criminal that got him to be governor in Florida. So how you coming from the House of Representatives going to be governor, and now you in that state trying to destroy Florida, and you taking out black history? We have to know what is happening. We have to know what's going on in Washington, D.C.
Because he
We
was
have to know our
he was
rights.
sent there to do so.
Right, exactly. And we got to
He
keep
was
our
sent
eye
there
on
to
the
do
ball.
so.
Right, my sister. We got to keep our eye on the ball because we will get the justice, huh?
No, I was saying you're right, and that's what I was saying. You know, not that way we'll keep going, not to cut you off. But yeah, you're right, and that's what I'm saying. Who has, or like, do we have any organizations in the chat, or is there people that's willing to start like what you're saying? That way, because like I say, I can back us here. We got that. And so that's my plan of action is what I'm saying. Is it anybody out here saying, well, hey, Jay, I own this. And I like what she's saying, you know what I'm saying, where they can drop the information and we can go ahead and leave from there. I mean, because, Queen, I feel you. And I love the passion. And you're right. And that's that good old school knowledge right there, you know. So I got you. And so,
because we all been clowns, we all are Al Sharpton, we all of them are Martin Luther King. They all live in us. It's all of us that we all got that. And you all are doing something, making your voices heard, but knowing and educating each other, educating our children, because the next generation, what are we leaving them, guys? Because look at all what's going on with the climate. You had all those young kids from Europe telling these people, telling these people that climate change is real. Now look what's happening now. There's so much that we have, so much we have to do. But one thing we have to do, we as Black African Americans in America, which is powerful, we have to get the respect. We have to come together and unify. We have to come together knowing about our school system, what they're teaching our kids. There's a brother called Umar who's building his own Black charter school. I will give you that information. You could check him out. We got to educate ourselves, and then we need to come together on the education of the strength. That we're not going to take no more of we being killed out on the street by these police officers, but we got to start with our own people. We got to stop killing each other, hating on each other, and coming for the better good. Because I'm gonna look at your kid. You got to look out for mine, and it's got to come with love. And I need to talk to Black African Americans. And when we're good, everybody's good. Because I love everybody. I don't care what color you are, but we as people, we know what's happening in our community. We know what's happening when it comes to jobs. We know what's happening when it comes to clean food, clean water. We know what's happening when we don't get no justice. And then this here should never have took long. It should have been done, just like the rest. they respect other people's culture, you're going to respect our culture, because we're going to rise, because there ain't going to be no more you taking advantage of us. Our dollars means a lot. We need to stop spending on people that don't even come. Gucci, Fendi, all that bull crap. I don't see them on the front line. I don't see them talking to the Republicans that want to destroy everything, want to play games with our people, and we can't get what we're supposed to get. It's time that they see us and respect us.
Okay, Rick, I'm gonna have to. Okay, I got you, baby. Okay.
I fall back. I digress. Love y'all.
Love you too. And feel free to stay right there in the line.
No, I'm gonna stay right here. I'm gonna put myself on mute and let your guys speak.
Okay. Well, the next one we got is, I think it was Marie came in, and then it was TS. Marie, how you feeling, sis? You there, Marie? Welcome back.
Okay, I'm sorry, I was on mute. I'm piggybacking off of her because she has said more than what more, and it's like I'm just hoping that Joe Biden, hear these people, and we as the U.S. take over the case and start charging, because as I'm just sitting there listening to them, oh my God, I was like crying. I was on my knees like crying. I was like praying. So we all, like that lady said, we all need to get together. We all need to stop with all of this animosity against each other as Black people, and stand up as a unity, and let the high people see that we actually matters and our word is heard.
Oh, you good? And
Yeah, I'm good.
You're right. And that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying to the people in the chat. You got an organization or something like that. I know someone that's put boots on the ground. Let me know. I'll promote it. You know what I'm saying? Put it out there, and Mike can build a cause around that, and I think it'd be great, because hey, I used to put boots on the ground all the time before I came to YouTube and start, you know what I'm saying, putting the spotlight on stuff. I used to be the hell out there, and I thought I was getting a little too old. All right, real quick, if Marie yielding back, we're gonna bring our sister TS in here. What's going on, TS? Welcome to the panel. Welcome to the Lion Den. How do you feel?
Hello. Hello.
Let's see.
Wait a minute. Wait, Black. Okay, can you hear me now? I was trying to hook up my earpiece. Thank you again for inviting me into the chat, and hello to everybody there. I wanted to say, first of all, I'll give you the information somehow on how to connect with Mr. Barrett, the activist there in North Carolina. I'll make sure I get that to you somehow today.
Okay,
And,
you can
I'll
put it in
post
the private
it.
chat.
Okay. And there'll be information. There was a young lady yesterday when I was listening. I think she was from Louisiana. She said, money talk, BS walk. Well, I'm going to be sending you his information so that anybody wants to give to the cause of Shanquella's help through this guy will be able to give. And with that being said, that'll help a lot, because as you can see, they had a lot of people there. I couldn't give everybody's name yesterday without their permission, but I'm sure they'll need some kind of assistance with travel, or whatever, parking or whatever. So whatever anybody wants to give, they can give. With that being said, thank you for covering this, because I've listened to a lot of moderators and a lot of bloggers, And there are, out of all that I've seen, there are about 4 or 5 that has kept it in the middle of the road, so to speak, regarding Shanquella. But you know, from the beginning, from day one of me coming onto your blog, I've been saying over and over and over again, it has to go through the process. Now we heard him say that the Office of Internal Affairs didn't even have any information. So but I
That's bad, sis.
I gave everybody the process on your show. I gave everybody the process on your show, and it had the FBI has to send paperwork to the Department of Justice. I don't know if it's been done, but I gave y'all the process. Once that happens, the magistrate at the Department of Justice signs off on the paperwork, then sends it to the Office of International Affairs. So the attorney let us know what stage they're in. Now, as far as Ben Crump, I said yesterday, they have to assign somebody that specializes in international affairs. They just can't get anybody. But I want to speak about Ben Crump for a minute, just for a second.
Okay.
I've heard different people talk about him chasing money, getting money. He's there for money. Ben Crump hadn't been home since Trayvon Martin was murdered. So when people get on these, on like your show and other shows, your show is not a joke. People are listening. These things that we're saying are being documented. And just willy-nilly throwing statements out there is not respectable and is not appropriate. Now, we've had Thurgood Marshall, okay, head up civil rights. We've had Johnny Cochran, head up criminal and civil rights. And now we've got Ben Crump. Well, Ben Crump picked up the mantle, so to speak. When you talk about civil rights, you got people picking up the mantle from the ancestors' fight. The fight keeps going on and on. And so we're not here to bash what Ben Crump does. And you should ask yourself questions, people in the chat, people that's listening, people that's dipping in and out. If Ben Crump is the only one picking up the mantle to fight for the brothers and sisters in this country, why would you dog him out? Why would you disrespect this man? His work has proven him as a person that has interest and concern for his people. So please stop the backstabbing, backbiting, and disrespecting of Ben Crump's work, Ben Crump as a person. Quit disrespecting the Black women, the Black men in our communities. I'm asking our own people to do this. When we stop doing this, everybody else will stop. But it got to start at home. Don't disrespect Shanquella's mother. Please don't do that. We don't know anything about her thoughts. We don't know anything about her grief state. Some people, if you've had counseling, you know that grief could last for a minute, a second, a day, a month, a lifetime. This was their family member. This wasn't a movie. This wasn't a video to play with. This was these people's lives. And we need to show respect. Like I said yesterday, that's number one. That's one of the reasons why the children in our community have gone awry, are ignorant. Because they have not been taught that respect is earned, is given, and you have to learn it if you don't know it. If you wasn't in the household where you learned it, you have to learn it somewhere. So I'm on here asking the sisters, okay? Because normally everything that's learned in the home start with the sisters. Because the man is normally at work.
Yeah.
So,
And
sisters, learn to respect yourself and others and think before we speak. I know we get excited, we get emotional, and we want things to happen right away, but think before you speak and respect one another. Then everybody else will start respecting us and the children will learn from us. But let's not be so flippant. And then I'll fall back, but I do have more to say, Black.
Okay, well, I appreciate you digressing. And okay, who was that? The Chosen wanted to speak.
yeah, I wanted to know, did you know that Ben Crump was actually from North Carolina?
No, I ain't know that.
Yeah, I actually happen to know because
Word.
I watched his press conference he did on the Jason Walker case. He was actually
Word.
the attorney for that case as well, which he stated that he's from Lumberton, North Carolina. He's been from there his whole life. And he started out working as a regular attorney, but started to find an interest in these type of cases where Black people weren't getting enough representation, and that's what made him start all of this. So he's actually from North Carolina. He definitely has an interest in the Shanquella case. He's from the same state. And, also, now that I mentioned it, not to change the topic, but just to let everybody know, we do have to, as well, get the Jason Walker case back in the light. I wanted to put this out there, a little update, if anybody have followed it before. Also, another case from North Carolina where Jason Walker was shot multiple times by a police officer. And I want to let y'all know that there is an update. They did an autopsy and there was no substances at all found in this man's blood. And I want to let y'all know they ruled it a homicide. And I also want to let y'all know that they came out, it's online. I can also send it to you because I would really love people to bring it back up. They came out with a whole district attorney report. And now they have changed the story. You can look at the video footage of the original officer in the Jason Walker case. He never mentioned none of this. All of a sudden in the DA report, it says that he lunged at him. And this is now a probable cause to why they're not going to prosecute. He never said there was a lunge before. He said he got on top of my car. I felt threatened. I started shooting. He never said nothing about no lunge. Now there's a lunge and they swept it under the rug. So we got to start keeping up with these cases because just because you don't hear an update, there's an update, but they're going to hide it because they letting this man get off. And that case with Jason Walker was very suspect in North Carolina because that officer who did that, he was up for a big time promotion. He was about to run that police force. So we need to look into this stuff, y'all, because they will sweep stuff like this under the rug. If you see Shanquella's name get quiet, that's not a good thing because Ben Crump was also on the Jason Walker case and it is now gone cold. So imagine all that he's doing in the background and it's going cold. We could face that with Shanquella. This is serious business when we don't put this stuff on social media. Yeah, you're going to have some trolls. But if we don't keep this message out here, it's going to go cold and they're going to sweep it under the rug. Watch.
And my sister, I was on that case too. You are absolutely 100% right. 100% right.
Yeah,
And
it
Jason
sickened me when I
Walker.
seen
It
that.
was horrible what they did to that brother.
It was horrible, and that no charges, y'all. Fayetteville, North Carolina, they still protesting, y'all. Don't think it's died down in their hearts. It's just that nobody wants to report on it anymore because it's not sensationalized. But that family is still very upset. They are grieving. No charges have been filed, and it says that he was shot multiple times in the head, in the chest. Like he wasn't even doing nothing. He was trying to cross the street. And we're not talking about it. We're just letting it get swept under. Nah,
I
that
haven't
young
heard it.
man.
I haven't heard nothing about it, sis. I wrote it down, Jason Walker Fayetteville. I haven't
Yeah,
heard nothing about that here. Wow.
I'm gonna actually send all the stuff to you because they actually made it onto the major news networks. It was getting traction, but
Really?
then all of a sudden it got quiet because they worked overtime to sweep it under the rug. And I'm telling you,
Jason Walker.
it's a lot to that case that we need to bring it back up because that was not right. This young man was in front of his house, his parents' house, where he grew up, He was crossing the street, and then boom,
Jason
lights
Walker.
gone. And that we just gonna not talk about that. So it's a lot of cases like this. It's not just one, y'all. It's real dangerous out here. We got to start taking this stuff serious.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because like I say, I'm just getting back on, and I've been down for like 3 weeks, so I was really getting back in the loop with Quilla. But
Yeah, I saw that. I saw you were sick. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm a whole lot better now. I got my medication. I'm up and running, and that's why you see me throughout the morning and everything like that to get it going. So, but yeah, I'm a whole lot better, and I appreciate the Lion Den sending prayers and good energy. So, but yes, I ain't heard nothing about the Jason Walker. I wrote all that information down. I'll check it out. But
I can send it to you. I can send you the autopsy report. I can send you everything. How they blatantly lie, try to make it seem like he was so deranged and he's jumping on cars, and it's not even possible. I got pictures of that street where it happened.
Ben Crump had his case.
Yes, Ben Crump has this case. I even have a recording of the press conference because I got the inside recording of when he was at the church in Fayetteville. I'm telling you, there's a lot to this case that people just forgot about. Like, the officer who was off duty, he had no business even interacting with this young man. He wasn't on the beat, none of that. He just was in the car with his family. He gave the story that Jason was so irate, and he tried to jump on a car and beat the windshield. So that's why he felt like he had to get out of a big old truck and just shoot the man. He had no excuse for that. He was off duty. All his story that he gave is
wait a minute, it's an off-duty guy. This is an off-duty guy.
Yes, he wasn't even. I could see if it was some type of interaction, so we could have the trolls come in and say, "Well, why was he resisting?" Man, this man was off duty. The man, Jason Walker, was in front of his house, his parents' house. His dad saw him get murdered. I'm telling y'all, this case is very deep, and we have not talked about that. Like, this is serious, and they have swept this under the rug right there in North Carolina. It shall not be swept under the rug.
I ain't really heard nothing about that. Dang.
Yep. It's a big time situation. They're still protesting. I'm telling y'all, they're still rallying. I have a bunch of stuff that I can send you because I was following it, and I had reached out to some people because, it's not really what my channel focuses on. So I didn't want to deviate, but it just seemed like it was getting cold. And I'm like, y'all don't see this? He had no alcohol, no drugs, nothing, not even Mary Jane showed up in his system. And his friends and family are adamant that he was in the community. He was actually taking houses, and he was buying houses, and he had a contract with the VA, and he was taking the houses and housing veterans that were elderly, and he was starting like nursing homes for them. That's what he was doing in the community. He was mentoring the youth. But all on the news, you would think that he was some deranged person who just jumping on cars and trying to attack people. Is totally out of character from what we're hearing from all witnesses. And then we have the autopsy. They could have said that it wasn't a homicide, but they said it was. So how come if you have that on the autopsy, why are there no charges? 0 charges have been pressed. They just letting the officer get off. Nobody brought up that he was up for promotion. What a coincidence. Nobody brought up all the other altercations that this officer had with other people where he had done something to them. Like, this is crazy. And just, he was outside of his house, and it's unclear why he ended up in the road. But honestly, on that street, there's nothing there but a food line, because I have the pictures. I've screenshotted everything from Google.
So she own it.
I'm on it. It's a food line up the road on the right, and it's nothing but residential neighborhoods. There's literally nowhere to go. Either you're trying to cross the street to visit somebody, either you're just going for a walk, or you're going to that food line in that shopping center, because ain't nothing on that street. And so you mean to tell me that speed limit as well? It's a fair. I think the speed limit was 45 on that road. Don't quote me. I think it's 45. But it's a lot of lanes. So there's no way that someone can be going at a pretty good pace, and then somebody can just Superman style jump on your car. and it's a whole truck. So this is not making any sense, and they have definitely swept this under the rug, because I can send you the video where Dr. Richie Rashad actually was covering this. What's that? The one that the other sister mentioned, Ronald Martin. All the major stations were covering this, so this is not like some fluke case. But I found it funny how there's been no
Roland
update.
Martin, my sister. Roland
Yep.
Martin, a black media.
Yep, Roland Martin had it on his channel as well. It was getting major traction, and then all of a sudden went cold. I'm really disappointed, because I reached out to some media outlets, like on YouTube, and they said they were a little busy. But I'm like, come on, we can't get busy because y'all don't see this. He had no drugs or alcohol in his system. What is the excuse that he has been shot multiple times, and they were all kill shots? Every last one of them was something that is just you could have just did one of those. Why was there multiples? And his story doesn't add up. Position of the body don't add up. And if you look on the footage, there was a witness on the scene. It was another black brother on the scene trying to help. He took his shirt off so that the other woman could use it to help him with the wounds. And the officer was intentionally trying to make it seem like the scene was so hostile. And you could hear the black brother saying, "Don't you dare say that. Don't you say the scene was hostile. You're lying. Don't you say that. You killed that man." And you could hear him getting upset, but it's swept under the rug.
I'm gonna have to check that out. We might have to go get some family members up here. You say you got your channel too?
Yeah, I got a lot of info. I can show you where some family members have already done interviews on YouTube. I have all those. I have everything, because I'm like, what the world? So this is what it's come to. We can just take somebody out, and all it takes is for the DA to swoop in and cover it all up. They're working together, because there was no reason for the DA to say that he was lunged at, because if you look at the video footage, first of all, if you shoot somebody, the first thing that needs to happen is when the police come to the scene. I don't care if you are the police. When the other police come, we need to take your weapon, disarm you, and take you down to the station, because you just done, you M somebody. But he was not, his weapon was not taken on the video cam. He was talking to very casually. He was allowed to be around the person that he had just taken out. He was allowed to be around the dad. You could see the dad was in shock. He was just looking in shock, like, and you just not gonna book no evidence. They didn't take no evidence from the car, from the truck. No, nothing was done. You don't see no crime scene, nothing was going on. It was like a cover up from the instant it happened. You could see him getting on a cell phone, calling somebody secretly. We don't know who. He claimed he was calling a superior or something. Nah. Why the superior has not come out and disarmed you? You're on the scene with a loaded weapon that you have just unleashed out on the public. The man is standing in front of his own house where he grew up in. That's his mom and dad's house, his family's house. And his mom, just so you know, is a registered nurse. His dad is a retired veteran of the military. So he is not from no trashy ghetto family like they're going to try and do. He's from a good family. And there's no reason why he's standing outside his house with no shoes on. If you look in the video, he had on no tennis shoes. Why is he shot? And if you look at the lane where the officer was going, there's no reason for him to be in that lane, because it's like, why are you stopped there? This is a whole major street where they have recently done construction. I looked it up. That area was never there before. It was like different how they had the road. They had done construction in the last few years, and they widened the road up, cut it up. So where he's at right here, this is a major, not a major road, but it's becoming a big little pass-through road. Why are you pulled over in the middle of the road? What made you pull over? If somebody's crossing the street, all you got to do, slow up, let them go, move on.
Yeah.
I just don't understand. Like, even if you're trying to say he jumped on your car, which we don't even know that, I'm trying to figure out, why are you stopped, though? Why are you stopping? It makes no sense. And we need to look into that.
Yeah, that sounds crazy. I wrote that down. I have to pull it up.
Yeah, I'll send it to you today. You'll have everything for sure today, and you'll see that this is the most black and white case I have ever seen, where this is such a blatant cover-up. You mean to tell me there's no drugs or alcohol or nothing? He has no history of mental illness or nothing. So what is the angle now? What makes a
But my
normal
sister,
person just jump
my
on a car?
sister, my
Hmm.
sister,
Bishop,
this is the blueprint that Memphis, a brother, a beautiful black king brother, Nicholson, what they did to him, all those 5 officers and many more in Memphis, Tennessee, did that cover up. And our brother Ben Crump said that's the blueprint. How they covered these things up and how they thought they was going to get away with what they did to our brother, but that camera was up there in that sky, and it's the same blueprint that they playing with our brother, the Walker's family here in North Carolina. We have to know the game that this system plays on our black bodies, and we have to know that we're not going to take it anymore. We know how the game is played. So it starts with the police of a cover up, like you said, then the prosecutor, then the judge. Everybody's hand is dirty in this, and this is where we come in and
Absolutely.
say, you have to see us and respect our bodies as black African Americans, black African first. And we are Americans that built this country. I'll fall back. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right, my sister. I'm so
Yeah.
glad you brought up that case.
And I'm glad you did as
Okay.
well. I'm glad you're seeing what I'm seeing because
Mm-hmm.
it's almost like, I mean, it's,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
straight
gonna check it out,
witchcraft.
ladies, too.
It's straight witchcraft. Like you be thinking like you're going crazy, and it's like, wait a minute, I'm not going crazy. I see what it is. Like the DA has made a whole report, and you just throw in there some random lunge. Where's the lunge? Not even the witnesses on the scene said nothing about a lunge. You didn't say nothing about a lunge on the police cam footage. We got your testimony. It's right there. You called your superior. We see you on camera. You go and talk some trash to your superior, probably trying to spin a lie. Next thing you know, where's the lunge? You never said he lunged. You actually, we got the 911 calls as well. And the 911 call showed how you were like, oh my God, and you were panicking, but you never said there was a lunge. You said, you made it seem like you felt threatened because he was on the car. You didn't say you felt threatened because of a lunge, but if you look at the
Okay.
DA report, it says
All
he
right.
was threatened because of the lunge. Now
All right, well, I'm gonna check that out, Chosen, and I hear your passion in there. That's why I won't get too far away from Quilla, but
yeah, no one
that
gets too far
passion.
away.
Jason Walker,
Too
Fayetteville,
far
North
away.
Carolina.
But just letting y'all know about that because it's right in your
Yeah,
state and it's one of our brothers, man. We losing when we
yeah.
lose a brother, we lose a lot.
And
That's
that's why I
a
might,
strong force.
because I love to check that out there. Yeah, I love to check that out.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I love your passion, man. I love to hear our Queen's passion, that come out here. I'm serious. That right there, just, man. When I hear you ladies and queens come out here with the passion and the love and the support, for one, that's that good old school. When you see stuff like this, that is old school right there to me. But man, it's amazing. Feel good. Just in case something happened to me, I know a sisters out here, man. I'm saying on any day, I raise their voice. I mean, on any day, and woo, I don't know what to say though. But let me see. I'm gonna see if our sister, what was it, Marie? I know Shell was there. She probably had to go. You want to tune in on something, Marie, from what the ladies were saying, from the press conference? Hopefully Ben Crump, can keep this going. He said he got the evidence. One thing I heard that the brother said that he had witnesses. Who is the witnesses, y'all? I'm trying to figure out. Well, I ain't even gonna try to figure it out because I don't even want to jump the gun. Damn, he said witnesses, and so I thought ear catching, man, but he said he got the evidence. He's taking it to, I guess, to the Department of Justice or wherever today. That way he can give them the damn evidence. Marie, how do you feel on that with this brother saying he got the evidence and so it won't be no damn misconstruction?
He probably when the lawyer went out there to Cabo to Mexico, he probably got it from the maid. He probably got it from the doctor in which the report that was given and everything that was left, whatever evidence that was left back there, that's the evidence in which he may be talking about. But I'm pretty sure it ain't the Combo 6. It's probably of what evidence that was left behind. Stupid people who do stupid crime always leave something behind.
Because he did mention, say they got the text messages. And I'm just, ladies and everybody, the text messages, it's like, okay, ooh, we need them to be charged. I want them to be charged immediately because I want to know, as well as us as the community, what the hell was in them text messages. I'm tired of the hiding and all of this, what happened to our sisters. So, I'm just down here.
Everything that was left on those texts, like Shell said before, everything that's left on those text messages in which they had text, which they had FaceTime, which they had sent videos of the crime in which it was happening at that present time are evidence. So they got the tea. They got the tea. Now the only thing that is left, like they said, Mexico said, and according to what they said when I was watching, Mexico said they gave all the evidence. Now they leave it up to us to do. So now they're putting it in our part. It's either they do it or we do it. If we do it, testify against them to the full capital moment.
And don't forget, and
it's going down.
And charge them all. Cabo 6, all of them charged.
All of them. Give them.
They're going down.
The death. I would say death penalty, but death penalty is not. Death penalty would not make everybody happy. Just get them so that they won't be able to ever to get out because they sleeping, having parties, enjoying themselves, and our Queen Angels came back in the box.
Listen, my sister, give them life. Give them life like Timothy Norman, life. And let them think about what they did. And I can't believe, my brothers and sisters, that North Carolina has the death penalty. Do you guys know that?
The death penalty. That would be suitable.
Yeah. You get fried around here.
That would be
if the streets don't get you, if the streets don't get you.
And one thing is good, what I like, the way he verified, he was like, in the United States can get, take jurisdiction and get them. Boom, that's what I definitely want to hear. Because we've been speculating, analyzing, and hearing it come from Ben Crump. I was like, oh yeah, because he said, yep, they can do it, and they need to go ahead and arrest these people, extradite them. Yes, go to Mexico. There is a sale.
You know what we call
waiting on Cabo 6 in Mexico. I yield that.
So I hope Black by they at the White House. I'm hoping that our president and everybody in that community of that White House say, okay, all y'all come up here and march. And March, like there's no static or no problems in between. He will uplift it right then and there while they in that building.
Yeah, if he can just, man, this is what she need. She need Kamala Harris to damn get off her ass, quit fronting or whatever, man. Because when you look at Shanquella Robinson case, and what we see, you're exposed. Who are you? You don't see this? You don't see this? No, man. They need to get on the damn stick. So please go in there. And I'm glad they said Kamala name. They said all Cabo 6. That made me feel good to hear them standing right there reading their names up there. What the hell they gonna do to me? Nothing. Then them up there reading your name, sue them. You can't. Cabo 6, you're going to jail. And I'm glad this brother is on this. You know what I'm saying? And I do wish justice for that brother Jason Walker. But right now, Quilla, oh hell yeah. Oh, yes. And it just, oh, my gosh, to hear them out there in Washington, y'all, saying, you know what I'm saying, and Winter, Nazir, and Khalil Cook, and a friend, that made me feel good as hell. Because, I'm hearing it. That's what I've been waiting. And that's what North Carolina been waiting to hear and see some stuff like that. So hopefully this can spark it off. That way we can finish taking these people balls. That way we can finish taking their balls. So I feel good from what I see. Today was jumping off. I yield back to one of you
Black
ladies.
CEO.
TS, did you want to come in?
Black CEO, can I just say one little thing? Can I just say one thing? You know what we just wanted to just pin this in. You know what we call Ben Crump? Our Black Attorney General. Our Black Attorney General, Ben Crump. That's what we call him.
So we
He's the Black Attorney General.
Okay, the Gerald. Okay.
Black.
Uh-huh.
What they need to do is put that pin hard. They need to act on it right away and serve them in the U.S. And if they could do all of that, oh my God, it would be good.
Oh, that's gonna, and you know what? That's gonna be a big court case. Cabo 6. That's gonna be a major court case. I mean, we thought Tim Norman was a big case, but 6 people. Oh man, that's gonna be the headliner.
And when they pick up, if they pick up, man, these news agencies, go ahead and pick it up. Yeah, like I said, it's gonna be big. This is gonna be big. Lifetime. Go ahead, bring the damn documentaries, man. Come on, man. I mean, these people. This is disgusting. I mean, this is just so damn disgusting on so many. Could the family and everybody could have did? Yes, but at the end of the day, man, if we move all of that out of the way and say, Quilla, we'll deal with all this other nonsense, but we got to focus on you. It's disgusting what that sister went through, the trauma, and then the lies, the deceit, and then let alone her own damn country where she been paying taxes, you know, from the day she was born. Her mama and had to pay something. And for this is the thing that this young lady get. Hell no, we reject that and send it back. Okay, and since Ben Crump them said they seen the paperwork with Desiree Jackson name on it, but not the actual what the young lady said, not the actual warrant. That made me feel better right there. Yeah, we got the paperwork and her name is on there. Okay, I'll take that. Okay, I'll take that with their process right there. After I heard that from them, and you know, and get these. Yes, let's get it going, because these people should not be able to ride around here in peace. Where I ain't even.
And you know what? And you know, guys, was also is disgusting about this case is all the Cabo 6 family members moving out of their homes, covering up for the kids, knowing that they did wrong. They also was accessory to cover this up for their own children. How disgusting is that?
Mm-hmm. And that what Ben Crump said, man. He said what? Damn, I can't quote him completely, but he said something about the harbor, you know, harboring of them. That way these people get on back extradited to the damn Mexico. They get, you know, I pray to God, y'all. Prayer wars come in, like how we did the other week when I wasn't feeling it. Okay, Black Service. Okay, Marie, just let me know if I need to drop that link. But yes, I want this to jump off real quick. TS, you want to chime in real quick?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I was aware of that case that she was talking about. That case was, yeah, that was in the news right before those Memphis officers did what they did. But and I had followed it. But I just wanted to say that you know, even though we know there's a process that they're going through for Shanquella, if everybody remember me saying yesterday, we're going to stick it out. We're going to ride it till the wheels fall off. We're not letting this go. They are not walking away from this. And that's the reason why I told you a while back, I don't care what the FBI do or how they get got by America and the people talking about give them life. They still got to answer the Most High.
Oh, God, preach. Two punishments.
So to do what they did and show it in front of the world in such an arrogant manner, they're gonna have to answer for all of that. But in the meantime and in between time, we're gonna stay on this and we're going to make sure that they walk them into somebody's courtroom. Like I said yesterday, I don't care if it's Mexico or the US, but they're going to court on this. And they're going to explain to the world the motive. And I'm sure it won't make sense to us, but they're going to face the music. And as far as what happens, the next step that happens after this, as soon as I find out, I'll let you know. And I just ask that anybody that's commenting, you know, once again, let's show some respect. You know, we definitely got to put respect on Ben Crump name. You know, he got Lee Merritt and other attorneys that's out here representing some of the most horrific cases. And for us to find time to run them down and talk about who shot John, just not gonna work for me. That won't work. Speaking of civil rights, I heard them mention civil rights. I heard you all mention civil rights. And like I tell you once before, my family was in it hard, you know, and to be there and to see the struggle and the strength of the people in Birmingham, Alabama. You see, I don't just talk the talk, I walk the walk. I was there when they put the dogs and hoses on my people. I'll never forget it. And my grandfather told me, after all that happened back then, he said, these people aren't going to change. It's a certain amount of these people that are not going to change. I don't care how much time passed. And so those people that he was talking about, sounds like a large part of them are in the justice system. So the paperwork that Lyndon Baines Johnson signed has no meaning to those people in the justice system. So we still separate and unequal under the law. And that was in 1960. That was in 66, I think that happened, 67. Okay, this is 2023. We about to go into 2024. And I'm still seeing the same injustices. So just think about it for a minute, how I'm looking at all of this. No further progress. We have to go before the White House, make speeches on the steps, beg for other people to join in and help us in a fight that they have benefit off of. We shouldn't have to ask white women, Latino women, Asian women, or anybody else to stand with us and fight. But yet here we are in 2023, calling people out to fight with us after they've benefited off of all my people work, all my ancestors fought, bled, and freaking died. And I'm still sitting here watching the same injustices against my people. So all this stuff that I'm looking at about people securing a bag, getting the bling, being jealous of somebody for what they built up, for what they had, go do your own damn work. Go organize your own damn group. Go start your own company. Then you could call yourself a boss. Then you could call yourself a CEO. Because it seemed to me like all the things that are important to our people has to do with money, securing a bag. I don't give a damn about that. What I care about is how you treat my people. And it's time for it to stop. And I care about how we treat each other. And it's time for it to stop. And for all of the people out there that call themselves in the music industry, for all you people that call yourselves rappers, and put my face with it.
Preach.
It seemed to me, in my opinion, you're not a rapper, you're a trapper. You're a trapper for the puppet master. You trap your people by making them think you have money you don't have, cars you don't own, homes you don't own, things that you loan. And you got these young people thinking that you're doing something when you ain't doing jack. So all y'all need to go sit down, quit trapping for the devil. You've already sold your soul. Quit lying to the younger generation about what you do, because you're done. You never was a rapper. You've always been a trapper. So do my people a favor and go sit your behind down. I don't care whether it's female or male. You work for the man. You sold out. You sold S-O-L-D. You're S-O-U-L. Now go sit down and have several seats.
Okay. Ooh. You digress. Ooh, boy, Queen have to say, Chosen. Y'all want to tune in after that? Or
Amen, amen, my beautiful Black sisters from the struggle of the civil rights, speaking truth to power, and speaking what is really real. What it is that we are paying for labels that is not, that doesn't look like us, and they're not on that line. Gucci, Fendi, Tom Ford, you know, all these red label, what is called the red tag or the red label boot, whatever, all these things. Chanel, he did some good things in the community, but all these big time designers, you want to go out there and spend all your money, and then for what? A Mercedes Benz. Who owns Mercedes Benz? All these people. What do we own? What, we got one man named Roland Martin of Unfiltered, Black owned media news company. Only one. Okay, that's out here, that's doing the work. We should have hundreds of thousands in every state. Where's our Black newspapers? We need to come together. Black brothers and sisters, I love you. You are beautiful. You this country. You invented. You did so much, and what are we putting our dollars and cents? Because we are the biggest consumers out of all other cultures out here. We spend that money, and this because, and it goes to show you, just because you're a rapper or you're a millionaire or a billionaire, America, which we already know, the Jim Crow of America will tear that person down. This is how you went up, they'll bring you down. They got the media under their pocket, and I'm talking about the mainstream media. We got a media that's lying to all of us, called lying fake Fox News. We got our people looking at that. It's so many things that they are just basically making us walk around like we zombies, and then we hate each other, we kill each other, we murder each other. Listen, let's turn this all around. And like, I'll go back and say, what Martin Luther King, what he really died for is what he wanted to do. He said at that last speech that he felt so bad that he felt that he threw his people to the wolves, to the fire, because he saw the picture. Malcolm X also. Malcolm X also. I mean, we can't even talk about our beloved Honorable Louis Farrakhan. Why not? They want us to turn on him because he said one word. Come on, we need to come together. We need to come together and unite, and that's how we're gonna get that respect. Just like China gets the respect. I mean, we as Black African Americans, and this is what I'm saying, we make our money, but where do we go back to when our ancestors brought us here and in slavery? We're here. We have no recollection of our language, where we have to go back to. We don't, we're stuck here. So we built this country. We better have the power. Exactly. And reparations is real. America, you have to pay for your sins. And we are the offsprings, all of us. And Haiti needs to be built up. Our brothers and sisters over there. France needs to go up there and apologize to Haiti. Our brothers and sisters there. Okay, because Haiti doesn't owe you because you own them and they were slave and you making them pay all those billions of dollars. And what did they do? Even America went to Haiti. We have to open our eyes to everything that's going around and that's happening, because from Africa to Black America that lives in America to the Europe to everywhere, reparations should go to every Black person on the face of this planet, because we was all separated. You're Black, I don't care if you're in Europe, reparations for you. We don't need to know dollar and cent. We already know Europe, America, France, and a whole bunch of countries had our ancestors captured and in bond and slavery against their will, and made them work and gave them nothing. We didn't get anything. We didn't get anything. And then they're going to tell us to pull ourselves on our bootstraps. You know, back in the 70s, what did they do? They brought in drugs. Where did they brought the drugs and the guns to? Our communities. This is all designed and set up. We have to teach our children at home as our as us teaching our children, but also the school system is not working for us. I'm going to give you a lot of information. One person I definitely would love for you to look at, her name is, you know what, I'm gonna fall back. I'm going to look at that information. She's in Europe, and she's also doing the Shanquella case. Her name is Fumi Nation, Black CEO. Fumi Nation. Fumi, Fumi Nation. Beautiful Black sister. Okay, European. She lives in Europe. She was a model here in America. She left America. She saw the writing on the wall.
Word.
You know, and this is our country. See, we're not going nowhere. People who's racist, that don't want us to get anything, that's all going to change, because like the Bible said, in the beginning was the beginning, the end will be the beginning. We are the end. We are the beginning. Okay, we ain't going nowhere, because we can't go back to Africa because we don't know where we are. This is our country. We ain't going. We built this. Our ancestors built and died and slaved on this here. And before anyone else came to this country, the Italians, the Asians, all of them, we was here building this country for all of y'all. It's time that we get that respect. I'll fall back.
All right, that was great right there. Ooh, that was that heat. Chosen, was it Marie? One of y'all? You know, we just flowing. We flowing. Ladies, I'm gonna check out at 3 so I can get me some lunch. Okay, it's 2:16 here in my time, but yeah, we can roll to 3. It's 2:16. I'm gonna get some lunch at 3 o'clock. So, but I'm enjoying this though, eating my popcorn. Who wanna roll? Oh, you know, how you feeling? Everybody good? T.S. Marie?
Oh yeah. You know, I always have something to say, Black.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Listen.
No, I was just listening. I'm pumped up that everybody's pumped up.
Okay. Okay, well, you go ahead real quick, T.S., and we'll come back to show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll
so
go.
I just
all right.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that when we push for justice, regardless of who it's for, we have a lot of different attorneys and stuff in this country. We shouldn't have to keep fighting for justice. Those books need to be changed. Those judges need to be removed that are racist. They need to be removed. We shouldn't keep fighting the same fight year after year, decade after decade, century after century. These people need to be removed out of these positions. Now, if they haven't been voted for and people are coming out in large numbers as they've been coming out, we need to start challenging, how did they keep that same seat, the governors? How do these governors keep the same seat when people are voting in mass numbers? Because I still think Beto won Texas, but Abbott is still sitting in a wheelchair. So that election wasn't challenged as to how he kept sitting in that wheelchair. We got people in positions that's making decisions that should have been gone. They should have been long gone. And so we need to, that's a part of what we need to start doing as, starting to come up against what's going on, because we'll keep fighting the same demon over and over. There's so many of them. But, if you remove the head of this snake, I had a snake out here on my patio. I went out there to unplug the Christmas lights. And it was early in the morning. It was sitting right up over where I would have put my hand to pull the plug out. And the spirit told me, don't you do that. The spirit said, don't you do that. And I stopped cold and I looked and I saw it. I came back and took my phone and took a picture of it. And they said, T, that's a poisonous snake. So I was sitting here thinking, same thing as the judicial system. We got to get the head of the snake. So look, y'all, I came back about, I don't know how many days later, and had a dream about a snake whose head had been cut off, but the snake was trying to attach itself back to the head. Now, ain't that something?
Wow, that's an enemy.
Yeah, that sounds like an enemy. So do.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. But look, when you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Our people been ready. What we waiting on?
Yes, ma'am.
We know what the
Say
head
that
of the
again for
snake look like.
Ma'am, can you say that, Miss T, beautiful T? Can you say that for the people in the back?
I know that.
I said, listen, when we stay ready, we don't have to get ready. We know what the head of the snake look like. We need to remove the head of the snake.
I think, a lot of the issue is that people have to understand people want to be with the snake. That's the problem. We fighting.
Yeah, that's the problem.
We really
They
fighting
love
each
the
other
snake.
for real. Like they really
Yeah.
want to keep the beast system in place. So it's gonna be real
Right.
hard to do. But I do believe, I happen to be a believer of God, but I do believe in what Revelation say, because if you think about it, what's gonna cause all this ruckus? I believe what's gonna cause the ruckus is the people like us are gonna start standing up. We're gonna have enough of this crap. We're going to try to overtake this beast, and that's what's gonna cause the whole ruckus where things really start to shift. I believe it's gonna be us when once we get tired. It may not be our generation, but I think it's leading towards that way. One of these generations, they're gonna be so tired of this crap. It's not gonna be another cell phone video good enough to make them not be right at Washington's door, and they're gonna start World War III. I believe that's what causes all the tension that we see about. You hear a lot of spiritual people talking, even when they don't believe in God, they believe in something. They believe something is going down, and I feel like that's what's gonna cause that energy where something goes down. We're about to rise up, because you already see nowadays. I notice a shift. Like before, the celebrities, they could lie, and we'll go for it. But now, as soon as they say something, you already got somebody. Let me go investigate this. This don't even sound right. Like they're not falling for it no more. It's like, please, let me go look this up. That's how you know it's a shift. People starting to think for themselves. You can't trick the Black community like you could before. Those days are definitely gone. It's just that there are some people in the community that are with the B system. It's sad. They want to keep it going because it makes them money. And also, when you get a certain type of status, I mean, if you money hungry and power hungry and you lust over material things, it feels good. When you got the power, you better than other people. Like what is a celebrity without us bigging them up? If nobody cared about their little stuff, they wouldn't have nothing. And, they like that where, they like it when people notice them, and even though they try to act like we less than, we the reason why they above if we less than. So, like they love that when they out here clout chasing and all that. So it's a lot of YouTubers like that too. Like they lukewarm. They act like they for us, but let one of them celebrities be in a DM. Oh man, you would have thought they done turned into a celebrity.
Look.
They think
Can I
about
say
money
something?
and bread.
Could I say something on the count of what she said for it's the celebrity?
Oh yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
I think that no, I was in, me and my daughter and my grandson, we was in Los Angeles, California. And the lady that played on the real, the dark skinned one, not the other, not the real, but I think she played on the other one. And me and my grandson and my granddaughter, we was in the bathroom. So I was like, oh, she looks so familiar. I'm just saying, I'm not like coming up, but I just offered the celebrity what she said. So I was like, oh, that's that lady. I wanted to take a picture of her, a picture with her. Then she was like, well, don't you ever get your other family? Then as I went to go get my other grandson to take the picture with her, she left and she saw me and my grandkids. My grandkids was like 5 years old, walking up and down left. How could a person do that? They don't care. They don't care if somebody is a celebrity to look at them and say to say that you you are a good fan to them. Yeah.
Yeah,
They
it's
don't care. And they want to charge you money just to even want to take a picture or sign
yep.
for them to sign their name.
And a problem really is really it's gonna take people to disengage, but they're not gonna do it. I mean, it's very hard to do because the addiction to secular media is very strong in people. So even if they'll try to go against it, all Beyonce got to do is drop a new song and they back on board. So it's like it's hard for people to really separate. You're gonna have to throw it all away. Like it's not one celebrity over the other. They're part of something that is all connected to the spiritual. Like all of this matters because this is the whole reason why Black people can't get ahead. Look at what they do. They take certain Black people, put them in a certain position, looking like there's some type of authority, and it's really just a celebrity playing a role. Because
Listen, me and Beyonce share the same birthday. Same birthday. I sent her I said happy birthday to her. She don't even say happy birthday back. They don't care about none of that. As long as
exactly, they don't really
just
care like
just
you think.
just as long as they making they pen. They
Yeah.
don't care about nothing. They better.
Yeah, they better. They really it's really hard for people to want to understand. And when I see people like they go so hard for the celebrity and it's like, listen, like they don't care. Like you gotta see it. And then you don't know what goes on behind the scenes. It has nothing to do with conspiracies, just in general. They're planning how to manipulate us. That
Well,
should
my
be
brothers and
enough to be
sisters,
like,
Yeah.
my brothers and
stop
sisters,
following
you know
them.
what it is? You know what it's called? Illusion. That's what America was built on.
Yeah.
Illusion. I want to piggyback on something here. Um, Listen, we got good people, good Black folks, good Black folks, okay? And then we got our folks that don't give a damn about nobody but the other side, okay? Our ancestor dealt with certain people that was in their midst that wanted to stay slave and be slave and keep being the master slave. We all know that there was a house, they was inside the house, and then the others was outside of the house. And when they had come up for a revolution, some of them didn't want that revolution. We know that as our ancestors, but they kept on going. They kept on going. Harriet Tubman, okay, all our people kept on going. We're going to have some people that ain't our folks that's in the midst of us because we got one on the Supreme Court that is not of us, okay? And we already know Clarence Thomas is a sellout. He does not care for who he is as a Black man and for his people. He vote against everything of who we are and what we've been fighting for. So we got some people like that. We got a lot of celebrities. I'm going to give it to them. There are some that's good, that's out there doing the work. What we need to know is who's with us and who's not with us. And then next thing, my brothers and sisters, listen to this. Then ain't going to be no next generation. It's this generation. It's the young generation because in Memphis, Tennessee, they knew they had to get those officers. They knew they had to come out real fast because Memphis was getting ready to be burnt down to the ground. This generation is showing us with George Floyd, when they got out there, they showed us that it's already on the fire, ready to burn.
Yeah.
You know what? So we all got to come together. There's so many good people on YouTube, and I want to say this here. I'm not afraid at all. YouTube knows who I am. And if I see something, say something, my Black brothers and sisters. Do you see somebody saying something wrong, saying things that's lie? Report them. Let their page come down. I'm not saying to be mean and evil, but if these people are not for us and telling lies and saying something like my beautiful Miss T, Mama T right here, a beautiful Black sister saying about our AG Ben Crump lying on him. There's somebody that goes up there talks about everybody just like a celebrity dead and the celebrities living. I report that. You see something, say something. I fall back.
Yeah, and
That was beautiful.
that's true. You know, the issue that's hard for people is it is a lot of people, I will say, that's in power that's not for us now. The thing about what Black people do where they get it wrong is We don't need to put all of our business out there like that. We know who's kind of snaky wakey. It's just that we don't need to let these other people, other races get in our business like that. When we putting all this stuff in public, it makes us look like messy drama. They already don't like us. They already got stereotypes on us. And it's just not a good look. So I feel like we need to meet privately more, come together, because it's a lot of other races too. It's just weird. They get on YouTube, especially Instagram, and next thing you know, they done found a trending topic. They jump on the trend. I'm here for the black community. Like, now, get out of here. We don't need other people coming in and making a mockery of everything, even though we can see where people are out of line. Let us handle that together, because they're not going. A lot of these outside races, not to make it a race thing, they don't understand it how we understand it. Like, they may not see some of the people that we see as not with us. They may not see it that way because they don't understand how we do. So it's like we need to handle our business a little bit more privately. Like, if you don't agree with Ben Crump, we seeing some of the things you seeing, but let's not bring that in the light, because then it starts to look like, ooh, the black community don't even support their own leaders. They don't even support their own people. Like, it starts to look bad. So that's why we have to come together like this, not kind of let the other people come in and deter us from what we're doing, because we know what we're doing. It's clear. If you're down with the beast system, you gotta go. It really doesn't matter the race, and we're gonna have to start, really coming together like this. I do feel like it's helping though, because I've noticed the shift. People were never talking like this some years ago. You could tell them any type of lie. You could tell them the sky was orange yesterday at 8. They're gonna believe it. It don't take anything. But now I do notice that people are. It's like their intelligence has just flipped. A light bulb has went off, and you even see children. I see children making videos online, and I'm like, dang, you got the tea like that? You getting dreams like that? The children see it. It's like we can all see what we've been bamboozled. That's the hardest part for people to admit. I think it's easier for them to stay in the world than to admit you were bamboozled. I can admit it. I was bamboozled too. I really thought there was something to this Hollywood stuff. Like, okay, we making money. Black people making money. All right. But then when I seen what it was, I'm like, okay, it's another trick. So, we all get tricked sometimes. It's easy. You get these leaders. They sound good. You can get you caught up. But we just have to admit it. We were tricked. Let's get back on track. Let's not let that happen again. We waking up.
Facts. I know when I went behind the scene of the music industry, my heart was broken. Hell, I went back there thinking it was role models.
Okay.
Back in the day, being on tour, I really thought it was some role models back there, and the people that I looked up to. Nah, I'm not a role model. I didn't get it. I get it. You get on the damn. You go on tour. That's the real world. So it be a wake up.
It's sad because, realistically, the way this system should work, we all equally have. So, like, there's plenty of mansions on this earth, y'all. Trust me. They don't want to make mansions. They building these small houses because that's where they think we should go. But they got plenty of infrastructure, building all of that. We can all be in mansions, y'all. We can all be eating good, living good. There's plenty of limos to go around. The thing is, these people like to be above us. We have to see that. They don't like competition. Even if you get on your YouTube, the moment your YouTube starts doing good, one of the celebrities come out, take your idea and try to make it something. Like, they don't like competition. Like, it's clear. The agenda is never for all of us to have. It's never for all of us to be living good. Once I realized that, I started to think different, because it's like, wait a minute. Why should Ludacris be in the mansion and not me? I want to be in the mansion too. Why do I gotta work a job and make $25K and save up and struggle and wait for retirement? No, I want some of the money too.
Hey, sister, and also, what you did was you came out of that mental bondage. Also, some people, you can be in a mental bondage too. So, but I like that. How you just described that.
And that's why they call it the American pie. See, it's a big pie, right? And we all know what pie is. We all love American pie, pizza. Hey, pizza. And we only got one slice while they all got all that slice. And what they do is make us all fight. Now bring in our black brothers and sisters, our white brothers and sisters, and our Spanish brothers and sisters, our Asian brothers and sisters, and say, "Here you go, fight among yourself." And what do? We hate each other. Some of us love each other, but we hate each other. And then in our community, we hate double hate. You know, they say when white people get a cold, we get the freaking flu. You know, so basically, that's what it is. This system is designed from Jim Crow, because Jim Crow is still happening. The prison and pipeline, they're using our black brothers and sisters, Spanish and black brothers and sisters, and some whites too. They don't even know it, as slaves. Yes, my white people, you got your family members in prison. You are slaves too, doing the man's work for 5 cents or a penny or a nickel on the freaking dollar. Okay, and you're doing things for where it goes from there, and it goes to the CEOs and the people on Wall Street. We got to know how this system is built to order to go and change the system. Because Black lives matter, our lives matter, and our lives need to be respected, from our dollar to who we built this country. And once people start seeing that, and we start not having no excuse, because I'm done saying I'm sorry, and making other people of cultures feeling goody and warm and feeling nice and making them feel good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, master. No, it's our time that you're going to respect us. Let me just bring it down. It's our time that you're going to respect us, people in America.
All right.
Because we ain't going nowhere. We here. We ain't going nowhere. This is our country. We built this. And reparations must be paid, brothers and sisters. And you need to start putting that out there. Hashtag reparations for all Black Africans everywhere. Everywhere. Because you know our ancestors went to so many different parts of the world, everywhere. And I already called out the country, or I already called out America, Europe, France, so on and so on and so on. You had our ancestors as a slave, your reparations. Start paying up and give us back our jewelry. Okay, Europe, Queen Elizabeth, come on, give us back what you took from Africa. Let's get it. Let's get it. And let's start making our own brand, our own name brand clothes. This clothes that's in Africa, that's beautiful. Why are we wearing Fendi? They don't do nothing for us. Fendi is a person, a family. Their last name is Fendi. Gucci is the last name. Chanel is the last name. Why are we doing that? I never seen these people out on the struggle for us. Matter of fact, half of them, Tom Ford, he was against us. Crystal, what was that champagne that everybody liked?
Crystal.
Yeah, Crystal. Okay, the owner of that said something about Black people. They can buy my stuff, but they can never sit at my table. Okay, we don't need to be at your table.
That's Michael Kors says that.
Right, and why are we buying his stuff when it's his last name? Who we got to get to the mentality that we got to get loose and start getting what our people and unite and looking at us as we're beautiful Black kings and queens. We know where we come from, but we need to come together, and we're going to have a couple of, because you're always going to have that racism. It's a small majority, because I'm going to tell you who that majority was. The same damn people that went up at the Capitol on January 6th and stormed the Capitol. What was that? A small majority. Not every white person went up there and did that. So everybody is not bad, okay? But it's a small majority in every race and every culture that you got hate. You got people that's hating in every culture. But our people, we got so much pain. Because if I'm one that I knew my ancestors came from Africa, but I can't even go to Africa to find out where. Okay, I could do a blood test and all of that, but what's my language? Come on, people. And we have psychological hurt, mental, this, that. It starts with us. And now look at this. We got dispensaries for weed and all of that. Man, a nickel bag got our people in jail for life, some of them. 5 years, 10 years, young youth. And now people got dispensary. All those dispensaries were supposed to come to us. And like you talked about that wheelchair, Abbott, governor, that piece of crap. We don't educate our people about running. We don't educate our people about running for office. We don't educate our people when we run and put our people up to run for office. We got to get out like we get out and want to buy Fendi, Gucci, get out and look at a concert and all of that in the masses of numbers and the thousands of numbers. We got to get out in the thousands of numbers and go vote for our people and put them in the office that's going to do something for us. We want to get these judges out. We got to be about it. We have to educate and know what's going on and know this system is a Jim Crow system. And once we change that, we got to take those people off to the Supreme Court. Because also the Supreme Court, look what they doing, telling us women, every woman, you can't control your body. You know what that's about? That's about they want more white babies to be born. So they want more people because the young generation don't want to have kids at this time and this and that because they see it writing on the wall, the water, the air, the this, the that to be destroyed. So now they came out with a plan. Everything is a plan to destroy us as Black people. As we wake up, as we know, we're going to get up. I'll fall back.
Yeah, I definitely agree. How they are able to do this is because, it's sad too, because that's what I'm saying with, I'm not judging nobody, but a lot of these leaders, a lot of people you see as heads, they wear a lot of these designer brands. And the thing is, when you don't have a lot of money, you looking up to these people, you want nicer things. You're thinking that's the next level. Let me get there. And when you look in the Black community, there's not a lot of ways that you're going to get that type of money. Entertainment for a lot of people seems like the only way that they're going to be able to reach that type of financial success. And so it's kind of like a contradiction when you see some of the leaders, you're wearing all this expensive stuff. You can't tell us that we should be happy with what we got, and you clearly wasn't happy with the same. You're not happy with ramen. You're not happy with the Walmart clothes. You don't shop at a Target. But we supposed to be happy and thankful and grateful. And most people, they go and wear this expensive stuff, and then they don't ever tell us how can we get it. And the reality is we can't get it because this system is based off of hatred. We're gonna have and you not. And that's how it's gonna go. It's enough resources, but why is it that the people that have it can't never tell us how to get it? The only thing they can tell us to do is to go make a rap song, have us chucking and jiving somewhere. It's crazy. And I think that's kind of the contradiction. And a lot of people are looking up to that, like, hey, I need to get that money. How I'm gonna get the money? And that's why we can't win, because our leaders have to also put the designer down. I mean, like, come on, stop wearing that expensive stuff when it just doesn't give a good look. But then you'll even hear some people justify it, like, well, why can't I buy what I want? It's like, come on, we need to take our resources. Every single dollar is gonna count. We need to put that resource that we have. We need to put our resources together. Once we got the resources together, we need to start making some big moves. We don't need to be shopping at Prada and all these places, because that's not serving us no purpose, and it's actually giving a bad look, because when people seeing that, they're like, dang, how can I get it? And then we all human. So when you see a mentor dressed like that, you want to look like that. You want to be in a circle. You want to be in the club. And when you don't see no way to get there, and sometimes it can eat at people. I'm desperate to get there. I got to be in that circle. I got to be on top. I got to be where they're at. And they get desperate for it. And that's where you start seeing they go against their own brother and sister. They steal, they take, they manipulate, because they're so desperate to be up there. And then they start to think to themselves, well, if I had to do all of this to get there, they probably had to do the same. So it's okay. It's just one me. I'm not hurting nobody. And it's a cycle, man. This stuff is sick. What's going on? We're gonna have to all separate from the material world. You have to believe it in your heart. And so you really don't need this stuff. I'm telling y'all. Yes, you need equality. Don't get me wrong. Now, I'm not just about to get no $200 computer. Don't get me wrong. Because we know that's not gonna work. We know that's not gonna last. But you don't need a $4,000 computer. You just don't. You don't need a $4,000 4K TV. You don't need that stuff. And it's not about whether you can afford it or not, or whether it has features or not. It's just, you got to get to a point where you're not lusting for that stuff, because once you get to the 4,000K TV, they're going to up the ante on you. You see them now, they flying in private jets. They gonna up the ante. You're gonna want to try to be like that. You still gonna be lusting after what they have. It'll never be enough because you already got the lust in you once you have the $4,000 TV. Why you need that? It's not about, I live once. Let me get what I can get. It's deeper than that. It's sending a message to the youth that this is what we should strive for. The whole point of working is to get luxury items. That's the message it's sending. It's not sending this message. The whole point of working is so that we can get some resources, put them together, and do what we got to do. But nobody's thinking that's the point of the money. The money is only for personal reasons. Like, I need to travel more, vacation more, do this more. And what is the point of that? Because honestly, are we saying that we were put on this earth just to work? To me, that's a very low self-esteem. And a lot of Black people hold this self-esteem like that. Like, we're just put here to work. We're just put here to be talked about. We're just put here to have a bad, terrible existence. That's not true. It's just that we're lusting after the material world. We got to separate. We don't need that stuff. Now, I'm not saying you don't need stuff that works, but come on, we don't need that stuff. Let's get the basic essentials. The rest of our resources, we can bring that together. That way, the next generation don't got to go through this. We can just stop this problem right here and now. All it's going to take is our sacrifice. We're going to have to let it go. Like, you know what? We were lied to. It's not about the mansion. It's not about the Lambo. We were lied to. It doesn't matter if we're at that party, the who's who. Some of these people that you see at the who's who party, next thing you know, you turn on the news and they done been shot up. They ain't even here no more. After all of that, they ain't even here no more. Well, where's the party? Like, it's not important. It's more important that we make a change. Because back in the old days, they wasn't out here playing around. Soon as they seen there was an issue, they had an instant meeting. We meeting up. Let's get all the townspeople. No, they disrespecting us. They calling us names. It didn't even have to be something big. They calling Black people names, y'all. We can't have that. They rally up and they figuring out a plan. They're not playing around. But this is the first generation that actually let it get this bad and just is okay with it. It could be anything, any little tiny disrespect. We sitting here like, okay, it's cool. We'll be good. We'll fix it. It's unheard of. But if you look at your history books, y'all, that's not how they was rolling. As soon as they seen the issue, they was on it. Like, So what y'all trying to do? Y'all trying to start a fight? What's good? You're not finna treat Black people like this. And they was on it. But this problem we facing now is bad. It's way worse than what we're seeing, and we're just letting it happen. We letting them sweep cases under the rug. we letting us be a hashtag. We letting us be some content. What? Are we the content now? Because all of YouTube, I'm like, is it us? We the
That would have
content.
seemed right.
So they need to kill us in order to make money off the news, because ain't nothing really going down. Like, we can't let this happen. But the thing is, I do believe that people want to be in a power status. I think they lie to us when they say, I don't care about the celebrity. I don't really want that. I don't care about Versace, all that. I think it's a lie. You do care. You want it. You want in. You want to be with the who's who, and if we tear down the system, that means there's nowhere for you to go and mingle with. And that's the reality. We're seen as the lames. If we were in high school, we would be the lames. Those are those lames, not trying to be cool, not trying to get along with the get along. Ooh, you talking all that social justice. We're the lames. You think they like us? They don't like us. We affecting their bag. We're in the way. They're not trying to rally with us. They're never going to get millions and bring it over here and start this real rally. And Ben Crump is only one dude. I mean, what can he do by himself? Dang. He done been everywhere trying. We need more than that. But I think Black people are very scared too. They seeing what's going to be the consequence of us fighting back. Yeah, it's going to be, it's going to get scary out here. But if we'll just sacrifice, our children could just live better. We just need one generation. That's how the slaves did it, y'all. They got to a point where it was like, let's sacrifice ourselves. We fighting back no matter what. This can't go on. And yeah, if some people lost their life, but you was gonna lose your life anyway. We all gonna lose our life. But why sit here and sell out? To me, it doesn't make any sense. You get nothing of the mansion. You can't take it with you. You can't take the Versace with you. Most of the times when you pass away, People inherit your stuff. They waste that money so fast, it's gone. Nothing comes of this material world in reality. It's better for us to fight these issues, in my opinion.
That's well
And
said, sis.
and
Well
I have
said.
to say, my black brothers and sisters in the celebrity world, just open your eyes. They already know. The rappers, the singers, they already know. Look at what they did to our beautiful brother, Michael Jackson, Prince,
Oh yeah.
Nipsey Hussle, okay, Tupac, okay. Look what they did to our beautiful people, because that was all designed and it was a setup on everything. And we once we know this system and once we start coming together and unite, because that's what they don't want. They don't want us to unite. They want us to stay separate. They want white people to hate black people to hate white people. I mean, and like I said, there's races in every culture, but there's a whole lot of love. And this young generation is a generation of love, and they see that. And
Yep.
that's why they're trying to take out the history books in Florida. Let me do that. Then Abbott's doing his garbage over there, taking the histories out of there and the books and this and that, and do all this racist stuff, because they see that this generation is the fearless generation, is a generation that know climate change is happening, know that their children is not going to have a future. It probably is not going to be a cohabit earth for anybody to survive on. Let's call a spade a spade. Let's wake up. We already see from Europe to here to the bombings in Ukraine. Once you're doing those bombs and all of that, what you think you hitting? You hitting the earth, the crater, and everything else. And what is these effects are happening? We have to open our mind. Earthquakes here in Turkey. Right. So right, and then change your weather, all this stuff. And we got these same people that comes from my beautiful black sister, right here on this panel, Mrs. T. She comes from the generation of those same old farting people that's in politics, that they want to go and stay in politics till they're 80 something to 90 years old and then they die. These old racist people are still in. Those are the ones we need to push out and move out. They need to retire. They need to get out, because what they doing is nothing for us. They still got the old mentality back in Jim Crow. We're in 2023, like she said, decade after decade after decade. What are we going to think of this? Everyone has a child. I don't
Wait a
care what
minute,
color your
Black. Can I
children
say
are.
something?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, Black. Can I say something?
Yeah, because I'm gonna wrap it up at 3. I'm gonna wrap it up at 3. It's 2:52. So go ahead, Queen. Not to cut you off.
Okay. Could you go back from Janet Jenkins to one back from Janet Jenkins?
Can you turn off your TV in the back, Mama? My beautiful sister, David Jenkins or Janet Jenkins?
Okay. Janet Jenkins. Go one more back from Janet Jenkins.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you talking about what I got up on?
Yeah, because it's something on some. It's a lady put something on the in the comment.
Okay, is that it on the screen right there? Where she said the silence of the family?
No. Yeah. Go back from Janet Jenkins for when she one back from her.
Okay.
Somebody mentioned something in the comment. One back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see that. Right.
Okay,
one back, brother.
Yeah, one back from Janet Jenkins.
Okay. Right here.
Wait, it ain't come up yet because I'm looking on my TV. See. Yeah, I think it's her.
Anissa Blackwell.
Okay, right there.
Still they okay. Still
okay. Read that. Read that right there because I can't see it on my screen.
Okay. Still think there was a reason DJ and Winter went with Khalil to visit because they had blood on their hands.
Yeah, that one.
Still thinking.
Yes.
This is crazy.
I see what you're saying when it went to the moms.
Blackwell, I think
Anesthesia Blackwell. I believe what she's saying.
I think Miss Blackwell comment off of you when she, as you was talking. The lady that was just talking, she comment off of her.
Yes, my name is Rivka Omega.
I'm sorry, Miss Omega, but I think Miss Blackwell comment off of you when she says still think there was a reason DJ and Winter went with Khalil to visit because they had blood on their hands. So she was trying. I think
That's
she was
right.
trying to. I think she was trying to comment off of you. That's why I'm sorry that I interrupt you in your comment.
Hold on.
Okay. I
No,
just
no,
I know
no. It's all up here.
I
Go
know
ahead, sister.
the show gonna end soon. I just wanted to put one thing in the air for Miss Omega, especially because I know she'll be interested, and the rest of the panel, Black CEO, definitely gonna be interested. I don't know if y'all saw this, but I couldn't believe it because it's like I don't see no one talking about it, so it's kind of weird. But I saw it on Dr. Richie Rashad channel, and they have a lawsuit going. Did y'all see that? It's a lawsuit happening right now on the FBI. They got evidence coming out saying that one of the FBI agents took out Malcolm X. And it's
Yeah,
a
I saw
whole
that.
and I thought that was weird how this is
I seen that.
because at the end of the day,
Yes, my sister.
that's
And they
weird.
also took out our brother Martin Luther King, the
Yeah,
CIA.
they definitely took both of them out. But what I like, what I'm seeing now is that this is the first time because before they said we were all conspiracy theorists when we said that, but now it's coming out to light. So I'm wondering, are Black people gonna go back to sleep? Don't go back to sleep. They did that crime. They're telling on themselves. But they're gonna try to spin it in a way like, oh, we didn't know what was going on. We don't know that agent. We just went by the evidence. Nah. What's going on here? Because they always do this. Everything they say that we say was a conspiracy, they come back later and tell the truth. Every time.
Amen. Talk that
I
talk.
seen
Talk
it.
that talk.
Deep.
I thought that was weird. Speaking on what y'all was speaking on, because I'm like, this they got plans for us, y'all. Like they see how we're rising up. Trust me, they seeing it. The whole Malcolm X thing, I believe if that goes big, that could be another distraction. They get us all talking about that. We've been knew that. You're not gonna distract us. Where's the
No,
money? Black people
no,
are
that's
not
not a
living good.
distraction.
We need the
That's
money.
not a distraction.
We need something to change for us. We need resources. We got people, they don't have access to housing, don't have access to food, education. We need our resources, and we're done playing the game. We don't want to hear about no more tubers, singers, rappers. We want to know what's going on with these resources, and we need to start demanding that because we losing focus, y'all. We're gonna live our whole existence here broke. That's not fair. That's we don't need to have that type of self-esteem. We deserve way better. With ramen noodles, they mocking us. They go in Walmart, they got the ramen noodle t-shirts, mocking us. Don't nobody want to eat that 15-cent noodle. We want some
I
And
real
don't
that's why
even
we
food.
shop
also
in
got it.
Walmart. I
And
don't
we
even
also got
shop
to
in
educate
Walmart.
ourselves.
Y'all still shopping at Walmart after everything that's to happen to our people at Walmart? You mean y'all still shopping there?
People still shop
Right.
at
And we
Walmart. We
also have
support
to,
the
my
businesses
brothers and
that attack
sisters,
them.
my brothers and sisters, we also have to know that we have to invest in our Black farmers as well, that they are having a hard life, and we got to get back to farming. Let me also say this too, because I got to put this out in the atmosphere, because everything we're talking about is going, everybody's going to hear this, and everybody's going to start thinking. We have to know who's behind the police force in this system is the police unions. I'm going to say it again. The police unions are too powerful, and we need to start taking them out because they're the ones that has these cops, 5 of them. They know what they did bad. Now they're going to go, and like everybody has a due process. I get that. But these police unions, okay, then with the prosecutors and then with the attorney generals in all these states, they work in hand to hand because we have to know what the system is about. And it is the police unions is a problem, is a big problem, and they don't want to change their system, which is the system was a lynch system when it first started out, catching slaves, because that's what this police force is built on. Okay, that's what the FBI is built on and the CIA is built on. Okay, That's where this came from. This system we have is a catch and slave system. Okay. And
Wait,
that was the mentality. And we got to take that mentality out. Okay.
wait,
And the
Gerald. I
system
mean,
has to be
Black,
rebuilt.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Black. Girl said, I'm so happy the president and the vice president were called out.
Mm-hmm. And yes, I said that earlier when I'm so glad to hear all of them Cabo Six, to hear Cabo Six name up there in Washington. It was just beautiful. And we see brothers and sisters in the chat was like, hey man, I fell to the floor. I'm about to, cry, clapping, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. So yeah,
And thank you,
Jarrell, I'm
Black
so happy
CEO.
that they called him out. Now remember, I gotta
And
go
thank
get
you.
me something to eat now, y'all. But go ahead.
I just want to say thank you, Black CEO, my brother, my king. And when back in the days we used to say, my sister, my brother. We need to get back to that Black love, Black power. We need to get back to that. When we see each other out on the street, don't assume. Just smile and say hello. I got love for you. But I want to tell you, my brother, you've been on this, you've been true to this, and you have been nonstop. You never gave in and you never gave up. And that's what we all need to do. But thank you, because I want to give you your flowers again and again and again and again and again for staying on Shanquella, our beautiful Black queen sister, Shanquella Robinson, that she's going to get justice. And we know in our heart of hearts, when we fight for something we want, we're going to get. Okay, the fruit, we're going to see the fruit of our labor. Okay, because it's a blessing for all of us. As we get knowledge, we do better. As we do better, we move our community. As we move our community, we move our people into a better position. I love your beautiful sisters that's on the panel, Maria, TS, beautiful sister, all those who came on before, everybody out on live chat, listening in. One love, meaning one love. But we have to start with our people. When we can start loving us, we love everybody else, but we have to start loving us because we haven't been loving ourselves. And it was a disease that was put in our community on hating, to not trusting, to be jealous, to killing, to murder, to gang, bang, bang, to this, I'm better than you. This, once we come together, man, I tell you, boy, I can see it. Just like Martin Luther King said, I might not get there, but we're going to get there as a people on that mountaintop. I love y'all. Be blessed. Have a blessed day. Shalom, shalom. Peace, everyone. Go
Thank
eat
you.
your
You be
lunch,
safe
babe.
out there, sister. And make sure you come back and see us over here.
All right.
All right. Be safe.
Absolutely. Always.
Okay. And real quick, I know Chosen, she left down, y'all. Let's get Chosen some props. I appreciate that, sister. Man, how about jump the gun a little bit? But look how we sit here and sort it back out, though. Hey, you know what I'm saying? It's all good. But I appreciate that sister coming through. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Man, I love her logics also. Her attitude, she's a beautiful young lady right there, and we appreciate her stopping by the Lion Den before she got out there. So thank you, Chosen. Yeah, and we know Ricka. And real quick, Marie, thank you for coming by. Hey, hold on 1 minute, TS. Check this out. I got something for you. I ain't get to close you out with that last night, so I did it for you, okay?
Yeah.
Gotta get little homies real quick. All right, all jokes aside, we had to bring little homies out for Marie and everybody, though. So, yeah, take us out, and I appreciate everybody coming through.
Black, are you going to come back on later?
Y'all want me to try to come on back later? You want me to try to come back on later?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, after everybody look at the video of what Ben Crump said when he was in DC, we could speak on the video and actually delve into a lot of what was said. So that would be nice if we do it maybe for a little while.
Okay.
Maybe for 1 hour.
Well, let me go. Let me get energy out, and we'll come back.
Yeah, because I want you to eat something and take your meds because we need you to stand. Listen,
If I can drink out of water.
We need you to stand. We need you to stand. We need you to stand tall, like your Lion King said. Put that crown on top of your head and be there for us, cause we need you.
All right.
Okay.
I got
Okay?
look, I got the armor on today. Look at that. Yeah.
Look,
that t-shirt if you want to
shirt
join the
said
Lion
Lion
Den.
King.
Yeah, I got the Lion Den in here.
Okay.
So
I didn't see the
Okay,
long
you just gotta
sleeve
put
in
the
the.
crown on.
I didn't see the long sleeve.
So you
When
didn't
I
see the long
looked in
sleeve?
your, when I looked in there, which one to buy, it didn't have a long sleeve. It just had the short sleeve.
Okay, because matter of fact, I need to get in there and resort some stuff, but it should be long
Yeah.
sleeve. If not, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you,
definitely
Black.
be rocking that long sleeve right there. Okay, where my helicopters at real quick?
Wait,
Where my
I
helicopters
wasn't
at?
finished. I wasn't finished.
Okay,
And I'm
my
gonna let
bad.
this other queen. I'm gonna let this
Okay.
other queen do her due diligence. Okay.
Okay.
First, I just want to say thank you and everything. I want you to take care of yourself because we need you.
Yes,
We all need you to stand strong for us because
Okay.
we all gonna be there together as a nation, and as a whole. Okay.
Okay.
And
I sure
I just
will.
want to shout out for Shanquella and everybody who comes on the panel because they do good work trying to make sure Shanquella get heard. Okay.
Okay.
And I just want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome, Queen. Then promise me you'll come back.
I promise.
All right, TS, and you promise me you'll come back if I come back on tonight. That way the
You
chat
know
is
I'm coming back, Black. You don't even have to ask me.
Look,
now put the monkeys back up there and then get the helicopters out.
All right. Little homie. All right, y'all be safe. One love. You know Brown Eyes love y'all. Sit tight. Here we go.